that cool?
We got a special guest, a first timer, going to pop his little tight cherry. Hank Mardukas. Tell him the story behind your name, first of all, because your name isn't actually Hank.
No, it's not Hank. Real name is Ben. But if anyone's a movie lover out there, if you've ever seen the movie I Love You, Man, the infamous Hank Mardukas. So if you haven't seen it, there's a couple lines in there, but the main part is Hank Mardukas is a guy that you never meet, you never see. And he's just a big part of the movie, and his name keeps coming up, and it's a great name. So I'm officially Hank Mardukas.
And we have so many Bens. I have a couple Bens that come on this show as guests, and then playing Xbox. That's how we connected with. And you changed your actual tag to Hank Mardukas.
Well, who's your best friend?
I have two. Hank Mardukas has been my closest friend since our first year at IBM. Best man at our wedding.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, talked to him 2-3 times a week on the phone for 30 years now. And then there's Robbie.
What's up? Oh, Robbie is your other best friend?
Correct. And Hank Mardukas.
And Hank Mardukas. Gotta throw it in there again. And then they show him at the very end at the wedding scene, like for a second.
Very end, and he just gives him a quick wave, and it's like, that's the Hank Mardukas. It's actually pretty fitting that
crazy.
It's Robbie. It's Rob and
Robbie,
Robbie,
yeah.
Robbie and Hank.
And what's crazy though is like we don't, these nicknames tend to stick like more than your actual name. So like all the people in our group, they don't know. I forget your name sometimes, man. I just call you fucking Hank. Anyways, you're a Panthers fan, so I gotta get your temperature of the team right now because things are looking good for you. He's got Panther stuff out. It's been rough for a while, so we want to get a couple questions from an insider because no one actually pays attention to the Panthers. No offense. So outside of Rico Dowdle for me. So give me your running back breakdown. I know you were pretty negative on Chuba Hubbard a couple years ago, and I actually defended him. I thought he was a good player. I love Rico. So like, who should start? Who should get more work? Who's going to get more work?
I never hated Chuba Hubbard. It was tough going to Chuba with CMC still there, but he's long gone. And Chuba looked very promising for a few years as the main guy. Got a contract, and then Rico comes in. I was high on Rico when he was in Dallas. He was basically coming off the bench and ran for 1,100 yards, and he was basically splitting to a bench player. Wasn't a starter, and he was over 1,000 in his first real year. And then we got him for nothing. And then he showed out. So I still think Chuba is the main guy. I think Rico ran against a few shitty defenses. But having said that, he broke back-to-back records in 2 straight games. And
looked great.
And he looked unbelievable.
Numbers.
He looked like kind of like a young David Montgomery where they just couldn't take him down. It took 3 or 4 dudes to go after him. He's not a big guy. He's just strong, kind of like how CMC was. He's not big. But he's got some wheels on him, and he's just a strong guy. I think Chuba is going to continue to be the main guy. I don't even know if we're going to re-sign Rico, which I highly doubt we do because we have Jonathan Brooks coming back, which the dude has yet to see a down. His leg's probably going to snap again after his first play. But I mean, a Miles Sanders for Rico Dowdle was the greatest thing we've ever done. So, I mean, I think Chuba's the main guy. I think it's.
Would you rather have Chuba in fantasy right now than Rico rest of the season? Is that what we've got to now?
I handcuffed him. But if I were to start one, I'd start Chuba.
I feel like it's weird. Their roles have
weeks,
reversed, bro, because Chuba is like getting the passing down work. And like they already came out and said Rico is going to get the goal line work and early down work, which their player comps are actually opposite. Rico is almost a better scat back, and Chuba's a better grinder. So Dave Canales, solid coach. He's kind of a moron at times. So Bryce Young, we call him the jockey around here. Kyler Murray is the garden gnome. Bryce Young's a jockey. Epic game 3 weeks ago. He has some he has apparently 400-yard upside where he looks like almost a Pro Bowler. And then he has games where he doesn't look like he belongs in the NFL. So, he's not a franchise guy, but are you comfortable going forward with Bryce Young
we're
as your
picking up his
quarterback?
5th year, apparently. That's already a given that they're taking his 5th year. I will say, and kind of going back to the Rico being the goal line guy, if you ever watch any Panthers games, we don't get to the goal line. We never get to the 2-yard line or the 3-yard line. We get to maybe the 10 or the 15, and then we throw it up to Tet McMillan, and then he scores. Or we throw it to our new tight end Mitchell, or we throw it to whoever, or we toss the Shuba and he goes for 15, 20 yards and we score. So we don't need a goal line guy. Having said that, Bryce has gone up every year. Our record's gone up every year. He's looking better every year. He's not throwing the dumbass interceptions he was in the beginning of his career. So, I mean, if you looked at him as a rookie year, he was throwing into double, triple coverage and throwing 2 picks a game. Now he's not doing that, and he's using his legs a little bit more, which he needs to be careful with. But I don't think Bryce is going to be a top 5, 6, 7 quarterback ever. Maybe a top 10, especially with some of these new young guys that we have, and our defense is looking good, and our offensive line's looking good, and our coach is clearly working with him. I don't know if we're ever going to go deep in the playoffs with him unless he really figures out his shit over the next few years. And if he doesn't do anything in the next 2 years, he's gone. So I don't think he's a long-term answer. I think it's fun to watch him right now with some of these young guys, but who knows?
Thanks for that trade, man. Thanks for that trade. As a Bears fan, we really appreciate all those first rounders. And now we got Caleb, who is polarizing, I guess, but he has all the talent in the world, and he's not 5'9". Joe Blacko, love your team, man. Love your team. Nice mix of veterans, and I mean having Nico and JSN and as your and McBride, that's a core right there in Dynasty. Top says, I have Purdy and Nix as my quarterbacks, one quarterback league. Tyler Warren at my tight end. Should I drop Nix for Fannin? So I'm fine with Tyler Warren personally. I don't know what are your thoughts on Tyler Warren. I mean, I know Phillip Rivers.
I went big on Warren, and I know you and I talked last year. I go heavy on rookie tight ends every year. I went all in on Brock Bowers. I went all in on Tyler Warren this year. The only one I honestly didn't go all in was Kyle Pitts, and that worked wonders for me because he was garbage. So,
he had 1,000 yards his rookie year. That was actually his one decent year. But it was he had one touchdown. He had one touchdown.
He was a tough pickup. I love Tyler Warren. I think he's great. I will say this: I am so surprised on how well Nix is doing. I am not sold on Bo Nix at all as an NFL player, and he is looked so much better than I thought he was going to because he bounced around college and he looked like shit towards the end of his career. So I just was not a big fan of him, but I mean, he's killing it, especially for fantasy because the guy can run too. So
I'm fine with just rolling with Purdy. If you want to get Fannin, because Fannin should be rostered. You can almost flex Fannin at this point. Here's the upside. Yeah. Here's the thing. I don't think Tyler Warren's taking a step back because for one, he hasn't been doing great the last 4 weeks, but without Danny Dimes and just it's going to be a more limited offense. So less scoring opportunities, but Tyler Warren has thrown for touchdown passes in college. He can play the Wildcat. He can take the tush push. So I think they're going to be more likely, especially if it's Phillip Rivers, bro, of giving him 3 or 4 snaps under center, whether that be him taking the Wildcat snap, getting him in the backfield with Jonathan Taylor, him throwing a pass or two. I mean, he is their emergency quarterback for a reason. So also Phillip Rivers is not throwing the ball downfield. Tyler Warren's an underneath option, and he's really good after the catch. So I feel like Tyler Warren and Michael Pittman are not affected by this transition. Who's affected is Alec Pierce, who also is affected is probably Josh Downs. Because Josh Downs needs, the team
I mean, Downs looked terrible. He's not getting anything anyways. I mean, even with the quarterback that was tossed in it, he was getting, 5 points a week maybe? Would randomly go off for 10 points.
Alec
Pierce is a deep ball dude. I mean, he would just go down for 40-yard catches, and then it was
Rivers couldn't throw the ball deep in 2014. So
no.
Oh,
I always think that Josh Downs is a less talented Zay Flowers, in my opinion. I kind of consider them the same, but Zay's got a little bit more upside, but he also has a better quarterback. But I mean, it's they can go for 2 points for 10 straight weeks or go for a 30 bomb out of nowhere. I mean, you just never know.
I love Zay Flowers.
Oh, Zay's great.
Half PPR, start two wide receivers, Ibuka, Michael Wilson, Marvin Harrison, Sutton, BTJ, and Debo. So if Marvin Harrison doesn't play, I mean, you know my answer. Everyone that pays attention to the show, it's Michael Wilson is a must start. I mean, he is in a wide receiver 1.
He's been
Brian Thomas. I like the matchup.
Don't touch
Not
Brian.
Debo.
I cannot
Debo's
stand
out.
Brian Thomas. Brian Thomas is out too.
I think
went
we'll
kind of
go
hard on him. I'd say Sutton, or I'd go with Buka.
Don't let your heart. Don't let your heart make your decisions. It's a lost year he was drafted. Doesn't mean he's not a usable fantasy asset. Like Ibuka's been awful, man. Awful. Although I have faith in this matchup, so I think Ibuka, Michael Wilson. If it's in full PPR, those are the answers. Because it's half, I think it's Ibuka, or you could go Sutton.
I would say Sutton. I would say Sutton because Ibuka is slowly. I think Tez Johnson's taken over his touchdowns now. I mean, Tez is scoring like crazy now in Tampa Bay, and it's like Ibuka, and plus Mike Evans is coming back eventually. So I mean, how long ever that's going to last. I don't.
We're mispronouncing his name. It's not Ibuka. It's a big Buka.
And you got to give credit to this rookie sensation wide receiver out of Ohio State, Emeka Egbegbue. Emeka Egbegbue. Emeka Egbegbue.
That's on us. It's a big boo. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big boo. He should actually change it. You know, like Chad Johnson changed his name to Ocho Cinco. He should just literally change it to a big boo. Maybe get some advertising deals or something. That'd be sweet. McLaughlin or Fairbairn? I'm going Fairbairn. I have him in so many leagues, 12 leagues for the playoff
I got
push.
McLaughlin in every league.
McLaughlin's been better, but it's like I don't trust either of these offenses that much, but I do know that Fairbairn's kicking in easy matchups indoors. I'm not saying the Bucks are a tough spot to kick, but like indoors, Fairbairn, epic, man. Like his matchups are I can look it up real quick. Let's see. Texans, it's real easy, man. Like and he's been a good kicker for a while. So he has
I don't think you can go wrong.
This week he's at home against the Cardinals, then he's at home against the Raiders, dude. Like can you get two better matchups with that defense getting a good field position and DeMeco Ryan just like refusing to go for it on 4th down? Yeah, they're both like those are the two of the top 5 options. So
yeah, I mean,
if you have a choice,
I think you can go wrong. It's going to be a toss up. Whoever, I mean, whatever happens. I mean, I don't think it's going to be bad because McLaughlin's at home against. Oh God, who does Tampa Bay have this week?
Tampa Bay has the Saints Thursday night football. Oh no, yeah, sorry, that's
Atlanta.
Last week. It's Atlanta.
They just lost.
In Atlanta, right?
Thanks for that, Tampa. It's in Tampa Bay. I think it's in Tampa.
So Thursday games I don't like to touch, but although kickers are probably nice spots on Thursday because weird shit happens. Ron says, "What's up, my man? Got Swift, Genty, and Judkins. Woody on my bench. Would you start Woody and for whom? Thanks. God, Nick Chubb's gone, so Woody's getting. The problem with Woody is he leaves every game hurt. So like one of these games he's going to leave the game and not come back just because he's obviously playing beat up. The coaches have come out and said he's not a 3-down back, and they have to use him like that because the other back is Dare Agumbawale, who is literally a special teams and 3rd down back. So, man, maybe I might play Woody over Swift, bro. I would play Woody over Swift. That's now Swift has the Browns.
Monanga is just looking like another phenom right now. Just these Rutgers running backs, man. I don't know what's going on. They run hard, but
7th rounder, man. Get a 7th rounder out of Rutgers. And here's the thing: Swift has the Browns #1 rush defense in the league. Now they did just give up 150 yards to Tony Pollard, but besides that, the only 100 yards,
70 yards, and another 40 yarder. Right. I mean, you take 2 of his rushes away, he ran for 50 yards. So.
And besides that, Derrick Henry's the only one to run for 100 yards against them. So, like, that's just splitting work. Now, the game script should be good, but, like, who knows, dude? The Browns are feisty right now, so.
I think you're betting on Swift to basically get a screen pass touchdown anyways. I mean, he's a big kind of catch and go guy, and if he doesn't get that, then he's going to get you 6 points, 4 or 5, 6 points. I mean, Swift is.
So we're going to go Genty, Judkins, and Woody there if you want to play that as a flex. Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe Blacko, they trying to justify that Chuba money. It was a big contract, but you know what? He's a team captain. So, like, it's one of those things where I think they realize that Jonathan Brooks is probably never coming back. Like, if he does, 2 major injuries in 2 years in a row, like, that just doesn't work. It just doesn't work.
Chubb.
He already wasn't the fastest guy. Nick Chubb is a freak of a human being.
Yeah,
like, I just don't think Jonathan Brooks is.
Yeah.
Bryce Young or Cam Ward, rest of career. Ooh,
you're asking me
I'm gonna
wrong,
go Cam
dude,
Ward.
But I'm gonna go
Cam Ward because the unknown.
Cam.
Like, we know Bryce Young, his size. Like, look what happened to Kyler Murray, man. Kyler Murray definitely had a better start to his career than Bryce Young, and Kyler Murray is on the scrap heap. Now that's partially because Kyler Murray is a garden gnome and just doesn't put in any work. Like, off the football field, on the football field,
he's a video gamer, dude. He's gaming more than anything.
Yeah, he's gaming. Yeah, he games more than we do. Yeah, he's just watching the wrong film, man. Joe, Fannin is a goddamn monster. And the thing real quick about a fan, and I checked the numbers, man. Njoku played 6 snaps in that game. He caught that touchdown on the 6th snap. And I think he was cleared to come back in the game. And they were just being, he's been on the injury report like every Wednesday and Thursday all year with an ankle injury. I think it's best if they just say, hey, thanks for your service, Njoku. I mean, they should have traded him at the deadline. Regardless, it's time to see what we have in Fannin. They already know what they have, but like that connection with Shedeur and Fannin it's epic right now. And Fannon's a monster, man. They line him up all over. It's similar to what they do with Tyler Warren, or what they were doing with Tyler Warren, all over the field. Fullback, tight end, inline, slot. I see them line up out wide. Like you can't. That usage is fucking priceless, man. It's priceless in fantasy. So I think he's a top 8 guy going forward. Like I'd rather have him than trying to think of names like Dallas Goedert, definitely over Dallas Goedert, definitely over Dalton Schultz, like probably over Tyler Warren. It's really tough.
That took 2 big step backs. I mean, Schultz and Goddard look awful. I mean, it's granted Stroud was out for a bit, but still.
Rivers is not named the starter. It's more like if Leonard is hurt because he has a knee injury, it's more like they need someone as security. Now, unfortunately, they chose a 44-year-old man, which is unbelievable because he hasn't played in 5 years. So they need a professional. Is the point? They need a professional, and
I think they're better off bringing back Matt Ryan.
That's exactly what I said. I was like, Matt Ryan's younger, and
come on, man.
Although I did look, Phillip Rivers last year was actually pretty good, and Matt Ryan was definitely done. And Phillip Rivers is just a savvy player. I don't know what they're doing there, and this is desperation. I think they're trying to be like, well, we traded 2 firsts for Sauce Gardner, we mortgaged our future. Danny Dimes ain't the answer anymore. He's gone, and we need to make the playoffs to justify that stupid trade.
You know who they need to bring in? They need to either sign DeVito, who was in New York, and give him a shot, or bring back Cam Newton.
Fucking DeVito, dude.
DeVito's got a little pep in his step. If you're gonna go older, you go Matt Ryan or you go Cam. I mean, it's better than Phillip Rivers, and at this point, but I don't know. I mean, DeVito to me is an easy sign.
Eagles defense, good play versus Raiders. Yeah, man. I'm using a couple waivers on some playoffs. Even with I don't like. This is an angry Eagles team. Look how good their defense played.
Is it Minshew?
It's Kenny Small Hands Pickett, man.
Oh God.
Not good either way. You got angry Eagles defense. They played amazing on Monday. It was not their fault. They played great.
Yeah.
Just give me any defense against the Raiders, not to mention the Eagles defense. I know they're a little banged up, but I think they're a top 3 play. Just they have extreme upside in this game because I think they're going to come out and whether they can or not, on offense score points. I know their defense is not going to give up more than 14 points to this team. I mean, the Raiders are dust, man. They've been done for 6 weeks. Pete Carroll is literally a dead man walking there. What a bum. Hetzer, half PPR. Would you start Chris Godwin or Christian Watson? Denver matchup looks
Watson's
rough.
looked insane, man. He's been looking
but
good.
Denver, I don't know if I want to fuck with that.
Yeah, but isn't Evans coming back in the next week or 2?
He's questionable. They play Thursday.
Yeah, so if he's back,
I don't think that affects Chris Godwin, bro. Evans coming off injury, collarbone. How many snaps is he really going to play? He's not going to affect the slot role. I wouldn't worry about it this week for Chris Godwin. I don't know. Do you really want to fuck with? And here's the thing with Christian Watson. It's been awesome, but you have Jaden Reed back. You have Dontaymi Wicks playing well. You have Matthew Golden playing snaps. I know Christian Watson's the one there, and they don't have a tight end. But I don't think I want to mess with that Denver matchup. I think I would go with the safety in Chris Godwin. If it was full PPR, it'd be easy answer Chris Godwin, but it's half.
Yeah.
So I think it depends what you need. If you want an upside shot, it's Christian Watson. If you want 9 points, give me the 9 points from Chris Godwin. That's what he does. Let's see. I feel good about starting Jameson Williams this week for the first time ever. Man, I've been feeling good about starting Jameson Williams all year. I don't care about the zeros.
He's been looking good, man. He looks good. I think another kind of comp. I always kind of compare him with Quentin Johnston. Where they're slowly starting to figure it out a little bit more. They're fast. They had a little catching issue to start, but they're a little taller. They got some speed on them. I mean, they're figuring it out. JMO looks solid this year. I like him a lot.
We knew what we were signing up for with JMO. Now the early season was a bit alarming because there was a lot of 3-point games, but that's what it is. You get 25 or you get 4. Instead of a guy that gets you 13 each week, he'd be a week winner for you. And that's why you slot him into your wide receiver 3. And if he gets you 2 catches for 12 yards, it is what it is, man. But here's the thing. It's different now because there is no tight end. Sam Laporta is gone. Brock Wright is gone. There is nobody there. And Isaac Tesla is not a target earner. He does make big plays, but he doesn't earn targets. He's been playing 80% of the snaps the last 2 weeks. he's gotten like 3 targets and 2 targets. So like he's just not. Jamison Williams now is almost guaranteed like 7 looks, which you mix that with the play calling, with Jared Goff being accurate. As long as Jared Goff has time. Now that's the problem. Jared Goff is not looking good this year under pressure. Ooh, this is a good one. Would you start Darren Waller or Mike Gesicki this week? In full PPR, it's Mike Gesicki because there's probably not going to be T. Higgins. That's not looking good, man. I don't know if you heard about T. Higgins, but T. Higgins, I watched the game. I was watching that game pretty closely there. And he was coming off a concussion, missed week 12 or missed week 13, and then came back and hit his head in the second quarter. Definitely had a concussion. He passed the test or whatever, and then did it again in the third quarter, and then finished the game. And then, of course, after the game, they're like, he has symptoms. Like, dude, it's so bad. And
the fact that you let him go back on the field.
Dude, have you ever seen the Chad Johnson interview where he got, this is like way before concussion protocol, where he got concussed and they like were interviewing him after the game. They had to stop the interview.
No, I've not seen that.
Well, you're in luck because I clipped it in here. It's fucking insane.
How badly were you hit there?
I don't know. I can't remember. How did Biden do, guys?
Hey, guys, I think we're going to have to let Chad rest here. He's
Hugh!
Is like the drunkest at the bar.
He doesn't know where he is.
Bro, like this is just before concussion protocol was a thing. I'm guessing he played the next week, but like I was listening to, I don't know what podcast it was, but Julian Edelman, like some of these athletes like Arian Foster are brutally honest, and the NFL hates this, but they're really honest about just their experiences, right? And like back in the day before the protocol was like, it was the early stage of the protocol, they would just ask you like, what day is it? Like, what's the date? Like, etc. And like they would have, he would go to other players and they would go to him. And when they get their bell rung, as they called it, they would say that. They'd be like, they'd tell him real quick, it's Sunday, September 29th. So they'd know and they get back in the game. And it's just like, dude, it's so gross. But hey, we love it because
you're making $1 million a year. I don't give a shit.
They're gladiators, man. But it's not like it's going to come to a head at some point.
Oh, for sure.
Tyler Warren or Likely full PPR. I'm still going Tyler Warren. I know Likely has the matchup of matchups against the Bengals, but Tyler Warren, I'm not giving up now. It's been some rough weeks. The offense might be broken, but here's what I do know. When quarterbacks, whether it's young quarterbacks or old quarterbacks, guys that are limited, what do they look for? Their fucking security blanket. Who's a security blanket? Tyler Warren. So I'm going there. Likely maybe has more upside. Even though Likely should have a touchdown the last 2 weeks. He had that one where he fumbled 2 weeks ago. And then, of course, the catch he had last game, three steps. 3 steps, football move, no catch. Unreal. If you have to compare a runner to Matt Forte, who are you picking? It's an interesting question, McAuliffe. God, Matt Forte was pretty unique, man. Big body dude. He had the million stutter steps he'd do when he got in the open. Maybe not as a runner, but as a player. Dude, I'm stumped. You got anything that comes to mind?
I'm trying to think of like a bigger body back that had a little bit of speed to him. But I'm just like, it's one or the other right now. I mean, there's not many guys that are built like that. Cause like, I wouldn't be like, oh, Derrick Henry, because Derrick's an anomaly. You don't even talk about Derrick compared to that. It's not the same, but now if we're talking nowadays,
I'm stumped. I'm trying to go through like, dude, because it's also got to be, I mean, if we're talking about like comps, it's got to be a pass catcher. Matt Forte was a 1 of 1, man. 1 of fucking 1. Let's get back to that one. I'm going to keep on thinking.
I could like look.
You guys think if
who's who?
That's what I was gonna do. Do you guys think if the Bucks lose this Thursday night game, Todd Bowles will be fired? No, you're not gonna fire him because he's the glue of the defense in terms of the coordinator. No. But he's fired after this year if they don't make the playoffs. I feel like because he's a bad coach. He's a great defensive coordinator, top 3. He's just a fucking idiot. Like that dude is just like he almost looks like Chad Johnson in that interview. Like when he gets interviewed, he's always concussed. Just fucking monotone and terrible.
Well, plus, I mean, they're giving pieces away every single year. They're losing parts of their defense. They're losing guys more and more. And then you can see their record continues to go down. It's like, yeah, they're in the shittiest division that there possibly is. I mean, you're going against Carolina, who's been god-awful. The Saints are terrible. And then the Falcons are the most – they had so much hype going this year. They look terrible too. So, I mean, the only reason why he's got a job, I think, is because they might be winning the division again. But it's because it's not up to him. They're not winning because of him.
Joe Blacko, good call. Ryan Tannehill. Why wouldn't they bring in Ryan Tannehill? He's like 10 years younger.
Do you see what the contract he wanted? He wanted to get paid like a top 10 salary, and everyone told him to fuck off, and he retired.
I didn't know that.
He was asking for like crazy money whenever he was at the end of his career, and everyone's like, no.
I'm saying bring him back now. He'll take a shot at this. Like, you know what I mean? I'd rather have Kaepernick now, honestly. Like, I don't know you want to bring that fucking storm into your locker room, but if you're trying to win now, I can give you like Tim Tebow. Anyone. I mean, Phillip Rivers, Jesus. Start 2 wide receivers, flex 2, Ibigbu, Burden, Vele, Jennings, Rico, Henderson, Vele. Start 2 wide receivers, flex 2. So Ibigbu and Jennings. I like the matchup with Jennings. And then Henderson for sure. So then I think it's going to be Rico, Henderson, Jennings, and Ibigbu, or unless we want to get Burden in there. But I don't know, bro. I wouldn't touch
Rico, man. I wouldn't mess with him.
Dude, you want to start Burden over Rico?
Yeah. Because if you look at what Rico was doing, Rico down in the last few weeks, I mean, 2 weeks ago, he had like 6 rush attempts for like 14 yards, and he even started talking shit to the coach. And that was
the Niners game. That was just bad coaching. Like,
I understand that, but again, that's not Rico's fault, but he's getting the brunt end of it, and he was pissed about it. And then last game, he did okay, and Shuba was showing who Shuba is, and they're like, okay, well, he's going off for these 20-yard catch or 30-yard catch and runs. He's getting 6 to 7 yards a carry. I mean, they're going to stick with Shuba again, and Rico's going to be where he was in the beginning of the season.
They're expecting a low scoring, and like in particular, Caleb Williams numbers. So I place all my bets like right when the lines drop. And I was looking at the Bears game. That's one of the first, like they do like a couple games at a time. That was one of the first games they dropped. And Luther Burden's at 40 yards, 39.5, I think, for over under, which is rather low. And also he's not really a touchdown dude. So that's one reason to go away from. I always trust Vegas in a little bit. I kind of base it on that more than like Fantasy Pros rankings. What do you think DJ Moore's at this week? Receiving yards.
Receiving yards, like over under, you're saying?
Yeah. Against the Browns. In Chicago, going to be 0 degrees, cold day, but no precipitation.
I mean, he got 9 yards last game or something crazy. I'm going to say
he's been
24 and a half.
No, it's 29 and a half. But it's DJ Moore, and there's gonna be no Roma Dunze though. It's like, dude, that's DJ Moore is way too good of a player for that number.
If a Dunze is still out, I mean, look, Burden was having some decent looks last game. He had a few catches last game, and with him out, Moore is worthless on that offense. And then they're going split back. I mean, it's just like I don't see why you wouldn't go with Burden, because they're gonna be tossing it more.
Hey man, I guess go with the Panthers fan here. If this is the Panthers saying I have Rico everywhere, and I'm benching him if I have like options that are better. Like I would do it like Juwan Jennings. I would start over.
For
Rico,
sure,
maybe
for sure.
But like with Burden, like I still think DJ Moore's the one there. He's been rough. DJ Moore's a great player. I'm sorry, he's a great player. Now it hasn't fit in this offense, but now with no Roma Dunze, I'm not saying I want to start DJ Moore either. I'm saying like, you know, DJ Moore and Burden, I would rather start DJ Moore over Burden. And I know that probably sounds crazy, but
I think with Burden and Rico, you're basically hoping for a one massive play. 50-yard touchdowns, Nick, doing one way or another.
Thanks for the super chat, bro. Start 3: Henry, Marks, Hendy, Judkins, Dowdle. What's the scoring, Nick? Just let us know about below and what's the scoring. Let's assume PPR for now. Derrick Henry against Cincinnati must start. Clinch on Judkins against the Bears. I know he's had a rough, but it's a must start.
But it's gonna be freezing. They're gonna be running the ball over like crazy.
Dude, it's a tough decision. So Dowdle's out with these guys. Hendy against the Bills. Bills can't stop the run. Half PPR. So Judkins and Henry for sure in half PPR.
Yeah.
And then it's Marks or Hendy. Are we going Woody Marks against the fucking Colts? Like, as much as it's crazy to bench Hendy, like Stevenson's getting all the work. He's getting the touchdowns. Or he's getting the goal line work. Or at least they're splitting goal line work. Woody Marks has nobody to contend with. I don't like Woody Marks. I don't think he's very good, but he had 23 carries last game. That's, you know, how many touches is Hendy going to get? 14 max?
Yeah, I think it's a toss-up. I mean, I think you do. I mean, I think we have the two easy ones. Again, I feel like once you get to this point, you're just – it's going to come down to one big play, and you can't go wrong with it. You can't go right with it. It's just going to be one of those kind of toss-up picks, and that's just how it's going to be.
I'm gonna go with the guaranteed work in Marks. I was
gonna say Marks too. I was gonna lean towards him a little bit, but again, it's
to.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, Dario Gumbawale is his competition. Like, that's all I have to say. Like,
so
you know,
Jukins,
like
Mark
Henderson,
Henry.
they love Stevenson there. They love him. They use him in the goal line. They're rotating him 50-50 right now. Are you drinking? What are you drinking, Hank?
Eagle Rare.
Oh, do you have beer? You drink beer?
Not
Do you
really.
have beer?
I drink. I do, but I just drink bourbon. I drink bourbon and whiskey.
Well, we have a little thing we do around here. It's the super chat fundraiser. Every 5 super chats, we chug a beer. So if you want to partake with me, or you gonna take a giant shot.
How about I slug my bourbon?
Yeah, you want to? Let's watch Hank slug a bourbon. All right, we're gonna get to the intro here, and we're gonna get back to all your questions after the intro. So Phillip Rivers, I found that picture. I thought it was pretty fucking awesome. I got a perfect clip here for just a conversation regarding Phillip Rivers.
This old guy? Sid.
He's already achieved so much, and yet he's still goal-oriented and still focused. And he has a 5-year plan.
What is it? Don't die?
Son, you don't think things through.
Hey, old man River, zip it or I'll break your hip.
I'd like to see you try it.
Shut up.
I know you're gonna be missing me when you got that big, white, wrinkly body on top of you with his loose skin and old balls. Gross.
Fucking love that. This is why these people tune in for 3-hour streams, because you don't know what you're going to get. You're going to get cutaways. It's like a Family Guy episode, good content, good, handsome guest. I mean, Jesus, the guest.
Apparently a good bourbon
guest
selection
alone.
too. I see the chat. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, they love you.
Any
Fucking
bourbon,
James Bond.
any bourbon Rex, I got y'all.
Yeah, I went to Louisville in, what was that, May, for like a bourbon. It was a golf trip, guy trip, like a bunch of bourbon. I'm not really a bourbon guy.
Shot 85,
bro. Like, shut the fuck. Last round of the year, I didn't play. I have a hand thing. Shot 72. I hadn't played for a month, so I'll whip your ass, Hank. We got to do this. We got to actually do this for the channel. A little battle.
We should do this live. For all of those who don't know, I would absolutely kill this motherfucker in golf.
Okay, I'm a fucking 1 handicap. So okay, what are you?
Better than that.
Same. Oh, better than 1.
Yeah.
-3.
I was a -2 last year.
Okay, I've been a -1. I mean, dude, at that point, it's all the same. Like, it's who's ever having a better day wins the match. Like, say what you will, man. Like, you just the disrespect coming here is because I have a belly. Is that what it is? Because I have a belly? Guess what? Golfers have bellies, bitch. They don't look like supermodels like you.
I'm
Fucking
5'8",
pretty boy.
It's fine.
Yeah. Oh, dude, he's 5'8" and he's got a 4-inch dick, so he's got that big complex. But it's fine. It's fine, Hank. We got to do it sometime. And I'm gonna beat you by 3, and you're gonna have to come on here and eat your fucking words.
That's fine. I will gladly. I'll do a punishment.
Yeah, my only golf video actually on YouTube is me shooting 68 at a country club, so it's pretty cool.
See, Joe Blacko's got me. Love you, buddy.
Oh, you see that? You're already fucking siding with fucking enemy up in this bitch.
I'm dedicated to the game.
Yeah, well, we'll try sometime, and if you beat me at golf, we'll bowl. We'll go bowling.
Oh, then I have no shot. We got a lot of questions in here. What's going on?
All right, we're a little behind. I get a little distracted when we talk about golf. I'm up to the Matt Forte conversation. This guy needs a husband, so I think he's right there with you. Before I get to the questions, real quick, I got to shout out to the Patreon members. Plug these people. Also, here's Helen Hunts. Hello, Helen. Hi, Helen. All right, shout out all the Patreon members. Couple new additions to the group. Appreciate you guys keeping the light on here 7 nights a week. I am 7 nights a week live. I have not taken a day off in like 3.5 months, boys. And we have 4 more weeks of fantasy. So if you want to hop in, professionalfanatics.com, link in the description as well. $2 gets you in the Discord. Or if you want more perks, you want to play fantasy leagues with us, community fantasy leagues, boom. You want to be a guest on the show. You want to be sitting where Hank's sitting. Once a week, a fan comes on the show. Mark, Jason, we're just on recently. Also, the community. Join the community. This shit goes on literally 24/7 in the Discord, and you get access to my early bets. Gentlemen, we are cooking right now. 71-38 on prop bets this year. Like, you're gonna make your money back in fucking no time. I do release all these bets before the games start, but it's you want to get on him early because the lines change. I guarantee DJ Moore's line going to go up to 34 yards, 71 and 38, 4-year track record. So get in the Discord, get these bets early, and make some goddamn money, Hank. Make some money. People like money, right? Money's good.
Money's all right. Yeah, it's not too bad. You can buy more bourbon and buy more golf clubs with it.
Damn straight. Artwork says started for the playoffs, PPR, Hurts, Gibbs, Harvey, Hunter, Henry, locked in, need help setting the rest of the team. London, by the way, guys, Drake London is not playing this week. He has not practiced yet. So I would not be surprised. This pains me. He's one of my PPs this year. He's not playing this year again. So the upside is he has 10 days off before the next game. But like, what do you think Drake London's going to see the field? They're out of it. They're done.
I'm going to be biased here, but I like Tet. I mean, Tet's getting 11 to, I mean, anywhere from 9 to 12 targets a game. And again, this is coming from a Panthers fan, so take it with a grain of salt. But I mean, Tet to me is an easy start. We're playing against the Saints, and I mean, that's kind of a given for me. He's been getting, I mean, he's been on a touchdown streak for the last 2 to 3 weeks, give or take. He's getting double-digit targets. He's the number one by a mile, and Bryce is getting a little bit more comfortable. We're coming off a bye week, so
yeah,
Tet makes the most sense to start one.
Yeah, it's JMO and Tet. And like I was just giving you the London thing because you might want to move on in a 14-team league. I'm going to give it a couple days, but like if he doesn't practice on Tuesday of next week, the first day, like I'm dropping him because, and I hate doing it, man, because I love Drake London. So JMO and Tet. Now, if you need to start 3, it needs to be JMO, Tet, and then it's between Swift and Hubbard. So I don't want to start 2 Panthers. So I'm going to go Swift, JMO, Tet. Or Evans. He has Evans, but Evans, if he plays, I'm not starting Mike Evans.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's hard to take a guy that's been coming off and it's his first game back with all this crap that's going on. I don't know. I mean, Jay Motet, I agree. I mean, I still, again, even the bias aside, I think Hubbard's kind of finding his streak again here, and he went for 15.7 last week, depending on whatever kind of league you're in.
He's getting the receptions, man. This is full PPR.
Getting the receptions. So. Bryce is a big kind of dump guy. And with the Saints defensive line, I mean, they got Cam Jordan and Chase Young, and they rocked us last time, and that's why we lost. I mean, he's going to be doing little dumps too to Shuba. But again, bias comes in. I'd say J Motet Hubbard. He says J Motet Swift.
Yeah, those are a toss-up. And I'll say this. If you need another receiver, obviously Evans, I mean, if Evans plays, you want to start him over a waiver wire guy. You're in a 14-team league. I'll give you a name, artwork that you need to pick up that's going to be available everywhere that's been forgotten. It is Alec Iomanner, dude. I know he only had 1 catch on 3 targets for like 12 yards and a touchdown last week. And everyone likes Chimere DK. I don't mind Chimere DK, but Iomanner is playing like 90% of the snaps. Cam Ward's looking better. That team's looking better. I believe in Alec Iomanner, dude. I know it sounds gross, but like, well, they just won a game. So I'm just saying,
there we go.
Fantasy relevance. Like they're not going to score 3 points, I don't think. And they have some decent matchups on the stretch. So I am actually in all my 12-team PPRs when I need receiver help. I have some leagues where I have T. Higgins and Drake London, for instance, as like my 3 and 4. So those guys I'm assuming aren't playing this week and definitely maybe not next week. So I'm picking up Iomanner because I don't want a 9-point guy. I'm in the playoffs. You can't afford just to like skate by with like a little bit of production. You're facing juggernaut teams. You got to go for the win. And yes, Iomanner might only get you 6 points, 5 points. He might get you 25. He's a deep threat. He's the X receiver there. Cam Ward's aggressive passer, man. I feel like he's got some confidence. It's going to pair well, like a nice fine wine. And I just pay attention to that name, guys. So I know it seemed outlandish. You know, it was also outlandish when I told everyone right when Marvin Harrison got the appendectomy to pick up Michael Wilson. I told everyone to pick up Parker Washington when Brian Thomas got hurt. So you got to get a week ahead of these things. So when Iomanner comes out this week and has 6 for 80 and a touchdown, everyone's going to be using a waiver claim on him. You grab him now in a 14-team league. You have him for next week. Food for thought, 14-team league. Thank you for the donation, artwork. And if you are artwork, I don't know if you're in the Discord, but post your free agents. If you're in there, post a picture of your free agents. That's the advantage of the Discord is we can actually post our teams and get you even better advice. So let's see here. Stevenson is so annoying. That is very, very correct. Where the fuck am I at? We had Breece Hall maybe for Forte. That's actually not bad.
I was just about to bring this up and saying I want to go back to this because I was thinking Breece Hall as a possible comp. The other one that comes to mind, and tell me if I'm crazy, and this is like a very big downgrade, but I don't know why I like Zach Charbonnet kind of comes to mind a little bit. Not as good as Forte. But Charbonnet shows, and I've never been a big Seahawks running back guy. I still like Kenneth Walker. But Charbonnet will just randomly snap. He's a decent pass catcher. He's got some speed and some strength to him. I like Breece Hall a little bit more, but I was just thinking of comps that entire time, and I saw the Breece Hall chat. I kind of agree on that one.
Start 2, Harvey, Dowdle, Kamara, or Hampton. Kamara's probably not playing this year, dude. So it's Harvey for sure. And then Hampton has the Chiefs, which is not great, but Dowdle is... I would go Dowdle over Hampton. That's just me against the Chiefs team, man. I still think it's one more week of 50-50 with Vidal. So you're getting 50-50 with Hampton. You're getting 50-50 with Dowdle, most likely. Give me the easy matchup with the Saints with Dowdle. You think that's crazy, or are you going to go Hampton?
I go Hampton.
You hate Rico Dowdle. Jay Moore, Samson should see.
I follow them. I mean, what do you want me to do? I watch everything about him, and I don't. He's slowed down significantly since Shuba came back. It's not even close. It's not even close. And Shuba looks solid.
Dylan Sampson, by the way, Jerome Ford's on IR, so he's gone. So it's now officially a 2-back backfield. So we want to talk to Sampson.
I want to talk to Sampson. Climb to the moon like that bitch Alice Cram.
He's not a startable guy yet. Because I mean, in game script he can get some catches, but like he's the number one Hank. He's a 3-down back if something happens to Judkins, so he needs to be owned pretty much everywhere, man.
I like Sampson in college too. He was a beast. He was fun to watch. I've
already got the Texans, but I'm considering dropping Corum for the Seahawks defense. Is that over the top? I don't want to lose week 1 of the playoffs, but I'd say the Seahawks are better this week, and actually better for the year. They're both really close. Those are the 2 best defenses in fantasy right now. But why am I forgetting who the Texans are playing? They have an easy matchup. They have the Cardinals. They're at home against the Cardinals. I'm not dropping Blake Corum, dude. Blake Corum's startable right now, and he's also the league winner if anything happens to Kyron. So I'm not doing that. I know it's appealing to like lock it up, but you're going to get good production from the Texans anyway. And also, it's fantasy defenses, man. Like, the better defense, a better defensive performance doesn't always equate to more fantasy points. It's about turnovers, touchdowns, kick returns, shit like that. So I know the Seahawks are like all-time legendary right now, and they have the Colts, which they might be going against Phil fucking Rivers. Just wrap your head around that for a second. I wouldn't touch Corum. They can run the ball. How many times are they going to run the ball with Jonathan Taylor? Like, that's not going to give you a lot of opportunity for fantasy points there. So, I mean, I'm not saying the Seahawks aren't a top 3 option. They are, but the Texans are also a top 3 option. So it is what it is there. You talking to me or the dogs? Who should I pick up full PPR? Theo Johnson, Kincaid, or likely? It's probably Kincaid, but I love Theo Johnson on the stretch.
I was going to say Theo. Theo's just shows little flashes, but again, it's the Giant. I mean, God knows what you're going to get. He can go for 20. He can go for 1 point for the next 5 weeks. It's tough, but I like Theo. I really do.
Yeah, I think Kincaid's the obvious answer because the receiving core is so bad in Buffalo, but like Theo Johnson's a monster, and like he's literally best buddies with Jackson Dart. He's getting 7 targets a game, and he's also more likely. I can't say more likely than a touchdown because Josh Allen's tied to Dalton Kincaid. So I would rank it Kincaid, Theo, just to be safe, but I do like Theo Johnson.
I mean, you got Theo against what? Commanders this week, both god-awful teams. Bills in Gillette Stadium, which is going to be a great game. I don't know. I mean, just matchup-wise, I think Theo makes the most sense. But again, it's clearly Theo or Kincaid over likely. I think it's going to be a toss-up, but I lean more towards Theo a little bit, but barely.
If Evans plays, Chuba or Evans as second flex, we're gonna go Chuba. I'm not gonna trust Evans first game back. Eventually it probably will be Evans, but I still don't know how much I trust him even when he's fully healthy. With Baker playing terrible, with Godwin with a big boo. Cade Otton might miss this game. I don't know if that matters, but half PPR Waller or Gesicki. I'm going Gesicki if there is no T. Higgins.
Where's Miami at there? Miami at this week?
I don't know. I usually by Thursday I know every single matchup at the top of my head.
I know. I'm blanking. Miami. Oh, at Steelers Monday night game.
Not bad. I don't know. Waller just coming off a game where he played 36% of the snaps. Like
I'd go Gesicki. Yeah, I don't
want to do that.
Yeah.
Jay Moore, if I start Warren, who would be a strong flex? I need to know your team, Jay Moore. Jay Moore, you got to get in the Discord because I want to see all your fucking your roster. It's so hard to like make these questions to answer these questions if I don't know what you have. And Joe Blacko says, "How did Biden do?" Apparently, Chad Johnson was a time traveler because that was before That was before Biden. Maybe Biden was obviously like a known politician, but like, how did Biden do? Well, he didn't do very well is the answer. Sleepy Joe. Jason says, Jason loves that comment. Jason, Sleepy Biden, he loves that. Brother Bucks are so fucking back. Just signed 36-year-old JPP and his 7 fingers. Gonna win another ring for some of his missing fingers. Bucks defense must start. The Bucks matchups are great. Now, the matchup against the Panthers is tricky because the Panthers they could score 3 or they could score 36. It's a weird thing.
They got Atlanta this week.
Awful. Yeah, I'm saying like they play Carolina, I think, next week, right?
So it goes Carolina, break Carolina. So Carolina and the Bucks play 2 of the last 3 weeks of the year, which is going to determine who wins the NFC South, which is fucking awesome. But this week against Atlanta, I would 100% start Bucks defense. Atlanta's awful.
Kirk Cousins is fucking awful.
He's so bad, dude.
That's my likely options for quarterback this week are Rodgers, Sanders, or Shuck. Who do I start?
Rodgers. I mean, it's an easy.
Rodgers look good, man.
He's getting you 15 to 25 a game. I mean, you're getting a guaranteed like 17 points.
My opponent has Javonte Williams, George Pickens, and Jake Ferguson. How cooked am I? I mean, I don't like starting that many players in the same.
That's not at all. I mean, all you got to worry about is George Pickens and kind of Javonte. I don't think he's going to be able to take all 3 and go for 20 points.
How many touchdowns are they going to score? The only way you're cooked is if they score 45 points. You know what I mean? Like.
You might get 2 TDs out of that. They might be both from Javonte. Maybe one Javonte, one Pickens.
Joe Blacko, thoughts on starting JD5 through the playoffs? His schedule is killer, but injuries scare me. Eagle ain't so rare for my boy Hank. Heyo, you got some fans here, Hank. Now Jaden Daniels should not return to football this year. He should not have returned last week. Like Dan Quinn, again, when we talk about Dan Quinn in this program, we have to turn our hat on backwards. Anytime Dan Quinn's mentioned, because that's a 50-year-old man that wears his hat backwards. I don't think he comes back this game, and here's the biggest worry. He's rusty. He's rusty right now. He's playing gun shy because he's got a fucking not a broken arm, but he's got a fucked up elbow, and he's very likely to leave the game injured. We just saw this. They're gonna play it safe with him, which is funny. They're playing it safe with him, Hank, but they're also they need to shut him down.
Yeah,
I would play Marcus Mariota. Marcus Mariota looks good, so I picked him up in 4
spots
the
ball too,
when I heard he was coming back.
Yeah,
I'm not. His matchups are nice. I'm not trusting it. I can't risk my quarterback leaving in the second quarter.
They're 3-10. Even if they beat New York to go to 4-10, they're not. They're done with the playoffs. I mean, they're completely done. Zach Ertz is clearly out for probably the rest of his career. I mean, they have nothing going for them. Like he was mentioning, even if he does play, chances are he's playing half the game, and it's gonna tweak something. He's gonna be out again. So I don't think Jaden's even worth looking at.
Rob, boys, I'm still iffy on Genty. I have him, Kyron, RJ, ETN. I want to use 4 backs. It's his 2 flex position. Also have Hubbard and Manungai, half PPR. So Genty's a must start. I know he's been awful. He's getting all the work. He's getting all the work. It sucks.
Yeah.
RJ Harvey, tough matchup against the Packers. ETN's
he looks so good. ETN looks great. RJ looks great. Kyron will get you 10 carries, but it'll get you a touchdown and get you 15, 20 points.
I'm starting the first quarter. I'm not fucking with Hubbard and Manungai. But I'm not starting Hubbard or Manungai over Genty.
I'm not either, but I'm not a big Genty guy.
No, that offense is terrible. But the nice thing is they've actually learned that he's a decent pass catcher, and they're actually playing him on passing down snaps. So like, at least you have the 4 or 5 catch thing. It sucks that that's his like saving grace in fantasy, not touchdowns or volume or big plays or top 6 pick in the NFL draft. What a joke! What a joke! Can you trust Sampson as a flex this week? In PPR, maybe. That's it. Like, and I'm not trusting him, but like if it's PPR, he's more viable. I'm not going to go there because it's just if it's a close game, they're going to get Judkins 23 carries.
Yeah, I don't like it too much because Judkins looks awesome. I mean, and again, it's a losing team and he's a rookie. They're going to keep feeding him. Why not? Kind of thing. So I don't like Sampson.
Marcus, I love the team, man. You could flex Fannin if you need to. If that's Garrett Wilson, you can drop Garrett Wilson. He's not playing this year. There's just no way because they asked him about it. They asked Aaron Glenn about it, and he said we have no update. When they don't give you an update, this is the Joe Mixon thing. I was telling this everyone before the even season started. I was like, Joe Mixon's not playing football this year. Like, I'm pretty sure. And then after 4 weeks, no update, that means he's not playing football this year. And Garrett Wilson, he's already frustrated with the coach. Why would they bring him back? Like, I would bet $1 million if I had it that there's no Garrett Wilson this year. They also want to see what they have in Ed Mitchell.
Sucks, John I loved it too. I had Wilson in one league, and he did good for 4 weeks. He didn't do good. He was fine, and now he's just shut down. He's usually a top 10 receiver, and it sucks. But yeah.
And also, even if he does come back, which I'd say is like a 5% chance, it appears that Tyrod Taylor is going to hit the IR. So now you have Justin Fields or that Brady Cook dude. So like, and I was big on Adonai Mitchell because with Tyrod Taylor, I felt like Adonai Mitchell was a top 30 guy the rest of the way. You can't start anyone there besides maybe Mason Taylor if you want like 8 PPR points and Breece Hall. So my advice, your team's good. I really like your team. You have JSN and Monra, A-Chain and Bucky. Like, and Henry. That's a fucking stacked ass team. Just drop
Drake May's getting you 25 points a game.
Yeah. And you have 2 good tight ends. So I would probably just pick up another wide receiver, pick up Io Manor, some upside receiver there because
pick up Jalen Coker on the Panthers. Jalen Coker's the man. Coker's awesome, dude.
We in one of my wife's leagues, her team like she just got locked up a bye, but she's lost 5 of her first 8 picks. And like she was 11-3, or she was 11-3, but we had to start Jalen Coker. That's how bad it was in a 12-team PPR. And we had to start Jalen Coker. And it was the game he had 4 for 76 and a tutter. Yeah, it was week 13, right? And like the first quarter, he had 1 catch for 6 yards. And like going up into halftime, he had 1 for 6. She's like, "Why did we start this guy?" I'm like, "Well, he's playing more snaps. He's taking over Legette's role, like in terms of like his target share." And I was like, "Just wait." And he goes 4 for 76 and a tutty. And I love Jalen Coker. Always have.
He's one of the best undrafted free agents. He's an absolute monster.
He's a gamer, man. Mark Twain. Are we handcuffing CD with Flournoy? He looked really good. He impressed me, but I am not. I mean, I don't think it's a handcuff. I think CD Lamb plays, believe it or not. But he's a borderline guy. I think that was it's like,
didn't he just positive concussion last week?
Yeah, but he has 9 days because that was Thanksgiving, or that was a Thursday night game though. So like that's the one feather in their cap, and like also you have a team that must win. Like we've seen guys come back. Either way, like Flournoy's fine, but like I'm not chasing the numbers from that game. Yeah, because George Pickens wasn't even trying, so like he wasn't even targeted really, and like they're just like, let's just throw to Flournoy. He was getting open. I like Flournoy though. That's a guy to look for next year. I don't mind the start. I think he's fine, but I think you can get better depending on who you have in your roster, or maybe on the wire. Let's see, Purdy or Nix. Who should I drop for darts? I'm dropping Nix. I want Purdy. Purdy has some good matchups. His team's healthy. Depends on the scoring. How about this? 6 for a passing touchdown. I want Purdy. 4 for a passing touchdown. I want Nix over Purdy because the rushing upside. So that's how I would break it down. Rob, do the Jaguars look legit, or you think most of the success of the team comes from beating up on bad teams? Combination of both. Their defense is super legit. If Trevor Lawrence doesn't turn the ball over, they're a contender. I mean, Devin Lloyd's a fucking like one of the most unsung heroes in football right now. That guy's a monster. And as much as I hate on ETN, he's playing good ball. Brian Thomas coming back to at least health. Like that's, Jacoby Myers, nice pickup. They're fine. The AFC is wide open, so they could beat anyone. What do you think? You think they're contenders or pretenders?
I think Jags are complete pretenders. I've never been sold on Trevor Lawrence since he's gotten here. I think ETN's having a random good year. He looked like absolute dog shit last year. I do like that they got Jacoby. I was big on Jacoby in Vegas, and that backfired pretty quickly after 1 or 2 decent weeks. But it's just tough because I mean, with Jacoby being there, you think it opened more opportunities for BTJ, and it's not really. Jacoby's getting a touchdown a week now. ETN's crushing it. Lawrence looks decent. I mean, I'm not.
What I love.
On them.
Okay, Liam Cohen's a good coach, though. Cohen's a good coach.
He's not.
Dude, he's a good coordinator. Dude, look what he's doing with Trevor Lawrence. And here's the upside here. Trevor Lawrence, for once, finally, thank God, is using his legs. Right? That's the upside. They have a dual threat court. I'm not saying I love the Jags.
The one time he used his legs and his head got taken off, and he was like, didn't know where he was for about 6 hours.
He's actually, they're running around the goal line. They're giving him like literally like quarterback draws. Like they're somewhat dynamic on offense. Their defense is a top 10 unit.
Their defense is good. Their defense is good.
That's fine.
Yeah.
And I like their play callers, man. So if Lawrence doesn't turn the ball over, that's a giant if. That's a big if.
I just don't know how you go from like 5-12 to 12-5 and be like, oh, they're contenders. It's like, what else? What has changed year over year outside of getting a coach? Which again, I don't think Cohen's anything special. And
I didn't either. But honestly, else have they done? With Baker, look at that offense and the Buccaneers last year to this year. Look at Baker's numbers. Look at Trevor Lawrence. Like I'm just saying, like track record and like I'm not. it's not about them as much as it is about the rest of the AFC. I don't really trust the Pats like as the number one team. I don't trust. They're 1 year away. I don't trust the Broncos with Bo Nix. I really don't. The Chiefs aren't in the Bills are rough right now. They can be beat. So like, who are we talking about? Like, the Texans.
The cool part
the Texans are honestly a dangerous team.
Yeah, the cool part is like there's no team that's a shoe in this year. There's no team that's just like it's theirs to lose. There's no one like that, which is making it more fun.
Finally.
Like Rams lost to us. You're welcome. Eagles don't look great. Chiefs look like shit. The main guys, I mean,
Seahawks have Sam
I don't trust
Darnold.
the Broncos. Seahawks just have Darnold threw for 4 picks 2 games ago. I don't trust the Broncos and Bo Nix. I don't trust Drake May and the Pats. I don't trust Josh Allen, the Bills. He had a great comeback last week. Clearly, Ravens are gone. Steelers are not going to do shit. So, like, there's no team that it's theirs to lose at this point, which is fun. I mean, NFL's getting their wish, but it's tough, especially for betting. You never know what's going to happen. I mean,
it is. That's why I don't bet lines, my man. I bet props because they're way too sharp on those things. And I learned that the hard way taking the fucking Eagles last night, and that was fucking retarded. That fucking stupid fuck. I hate losing, and I hate losing.
Feel better. I took the Panthers over the Rams money line. It was like plus 450, plus 450 or some shit.
We're going Kincaid over likely. Also, fill up your drink. We have a chug. We owe these fellas a chug. I'm gonna play a little clip here while you get your stuff ready. And
man. We gotta definitely write a song about how we do not diddle kids. Do not diddle kids. It's no good diddling kids.
There is no quicker way for people to think that you are diddling kids than by writing a song.
All right, let's get to a couple more questions here. Prettier Knicks, we got to that one. Will A-Chain play Monday nights? 80%, brother. I give you 80% on A-Chain. They're using maintenance days. It's ribs, though, and here's the worry is, like, I would lower him in my ranks a little bit just based on chance of re-injury, limited workload, like, compared to what he's been getting, and the fact that Jalen Wright looks fucking amazing. So I think he will. Mike Evans will come back and have a 2,000-yard season. He's got to have 1,000 yards. That's the goal. Looking for a high upside flex this week. My opponent has huge advantage on the paper with CD Pickens, Lamb, Aubrey Kittle, and Fannin. Jay Moore, we need to know. Who's on the wire. Like I said, you got to hop in the Discord, man, and you can put your whole wire up there, running, whatever positions you're looking for, scoring. Do you trust Dallas Goedert again? I might put him back in. He's trustworthy, man. They have nice matchups too. They have Vegas, Commanders. I think they have the Commanders twice, and they have Vegas. So like that's money right there. Anarchy, what's going on, Max? RJ Harvey or Jamison Williams in the flex full PPR? I am going Jamison Williams in full PPR. I'm not gonna fuck with that game. The Packers are fucking good, man. They shut down the Bears running game. So no one's been able to do that one. Nobody's been able to do that. So what do you think? Harvey or Jamison Williams?
Flex full PPR. I like Harvey. I really do. Another guy I wasn't really sold on this year, and he's just been tearing it up. And I mean, again, I just think J-Mo's just a tough start. I mean, he's clearly getting better. He's looking better. He's getting more points, much more than last year. But he's still kind of like a Xavier Worthy, where you kind of needed one of those big bombs downfield to really make it worth the start. He's not getting 12 targets for 80 yards with like 9 catches. Like, it just isn't. I mean, he's just not that kind of guy, especially with Amon-Ra there. And you got a two-headed running back beast. I mean, it's just.
I can't go RJ Harvey, man. He's been legit bad. He had one good game. Like every advanced metric.
I mean, who does Denver got this week? Green Bay in Denver.
Dude. Tough matchup, bro. And RJ Harvey just isn't catching enough passes. Like he comps as a pass catcher coming out. They're not giving him the work. Are you ready? Beer chug.
We're just slugging it? Okay.
I've done 8 of these, man. I had one stream that was 4 hours and 8 minutes. And I think I had
a lot of bourbon.
Different chugs. Whew. Tastes good, huh?
I probably shouldn't be doing that with that kind of bourbon, but it's fine.
Yeah, you should. It's fine. You got the money. Big Ray's hopping on a little bit, so we'll do some crosstalk. I don't know how long you have, but stay on as long as you like.
I got about another half hour. About 23 minutes.
Man. It's a great time. Let's see. I want to say JMO. I'm saying JMO. Just give me the upside. So didn't you say you need upside to? No, that was a different question. Jameson's just, dude, he's playing too good right now. Also, you have, I know St. Brown came back, but St. Brown is still a little hobbled. It's not going to take away any snaps or targets, but like, dude, with no tight ends there, honestly, I feel like JMO's getting 8 targets. Like, you're probably gonna need some upside to win your matchup. Like, it's close though. It's close. If it was half PPR, I'd go RJ Harvey. But since it's full PPR, I'm gonna go JMO, who's actually like giving volume. He's having like 6-7 catch games, which is, we never thought we'd hear that with Jameson Williams. 6 catches in a game, like ever. But I love it. Let's see. I'm in the playoffs where you play the same guy twice, 2 times. I'm ahead by 5. My mid core is back from the bye. I need that dominant flex to get the finals. I like those leagues where you have 2 week matchups. That's less fluky. Man, if you're up by 5, if you just need safety, maybe go RJ Harvey. If that changes it a little bit because you're up 5. Max, we'll keep on talking this out. Put a poll, Max. Put a poll in the Discord for everyone, and we'll all vote. I like doing that when these toss-up ones, and just get the people the opportunity, and also go with your gut. So he was the number 1 seed, not flexing. Just saying, not flexing, but flexing, and that's fine. Hank, give us a flex.
What?
A flex. Give us a flex. He'll do it. Wow, look at that guy.
I'm on the WOB diet.
It's a good diet.
The WOB workout plan.
Chances that Big Boo scores 2 touchdowns, not very good, but you know, he's just not, he's terrible right now. He looks awful. Those drops. He can't jump. I've been saying this forever. He can't jump.
I can't do this Big Boost.
I love it. That's his name now. Cheap take, but Manungai is a great comp to Forte. Dude, Manungai is almost like a comp to fucking Marshawn Lynch. Like, not just because of the way he runs so hard, dude. It's what a find.
It's that Rutgers running backs. I mean, I'm not saying Pacheco's great by any means, but the way those dudes run, they just are like trying to run through a damn wall every time they run. Like they just put their head down and go. Something the Rutgers food, I'm telling you.
Max, in your situation, I wouldn't play Hampton over JMO or RJ Harvey. The next week you can play Hampton in your championship because I feel like he'll start getting 65-70% of the work and the matchups will get easier. London is really starting to annoy me. Get your ass out there and put up 20 points for me, please. You know, he has no motivation to come back. Now, the team, the reason that he might come back in my mind, I'm holding out hope for, is the fact the Falcons don't have their first round pick this year. So, like, the worse they do, the worse that makes that trade that they made to the Rams. The Rams are going to get a top fucking 7 pick. It's insane in the draft for nothing, for the 26th pick last year. Can't believe they did that. So like the Rams are just set up for fucking gold. They're going to probably draft possibly a future quarterback and just let him sit behind Matt Stafford for a year. Matt Stafford might play 1 or 2 more years. Do like a Jordan Love situation. Sean McVay is a genius. Like he could pull it off.
Who would they even pick at that point? Because it ain't going to be Mendoza. Dante Moore, I think, is trash at Oregon. Julian Sand, is he even going to the draft or is he staying at Ohio State?
They'll find somebody, maybe not with that 7th or 8th pick. They'll find somebody. I mean, dude, no, Jackson Dart was not supposed to be this. Like, and look at that. Like, obviously,
he looks like he doesn't look anything special right now. He had maybe 1 good game.
Jackson Dart looks like the real deal, bro. And I'm gonna eat my words. I called Jackson Dart like a bust before he even played an NFL down. His moxie, he looks like he looks like Drake May looked his rookie year, and he has nothing around him, man. The offensive line sucks. Like Drake May is showing what's up. Drake May is on that Josh Allen trajectory, and Jackson Dart's on that Drake May. Now he's not the passer Drake May is, but I think he's a better rusher. So like he's a big boy, man. I'm just worried about injuries with him.
I think it's a weak QB draft this year because I'm a diehard Hoosier. From Indiana, whole family's from Indiana, whole family are IU people, so I'm a diehard Hoosier, and I don't even think Mendoza is that great. I mean, he's good, and he apparently is going to be
taken though.
Draft.
Yeah,
he's going to be a Raider. He's going to be a Raider. It's going to be depressing as fuck for him. So.
I got burned by the Browns defense. Will the Jags burn me this week? Probably not. That Browns game, that was the most obvious, like, elite defense start ever. You know what I mean? Like, against the fucking Titans. And then, you know, that was the funny thing about Tony Pollard. Tony Pollard had been terrible all year. He was going with the best rush defense in the NFL. He goes off for 150 yards and 2 touchdowns. Like, you cannot predict this shit. Like, it's football. The point is it's football. Storey always says the ball's not round. Crazy shit happens. Here's a tough one. Fannin with no Njoku or Kittle? Oh, it's George Kittle still. I'm not going to go crazy on like saying Fannin over George Kittle, but I guess I could see in full PPR Like Kittle just doesn't get the volume. He's not going to ever have 7 catches. It looks like Fanta could be a guy getting 7 or 8 catches a game. But I'm not going to go like that's not good business to not start George Kittle. Like that's just crazy. George Kittle is as good as anyone for a touchdown week to week. Brock Purdy's looking okay. Like he needed that bye week. Brock Purdy needed to get his head on straight.
I'm getting reamed in the chat about
Devin
this whole Jackson Dart slander. Apparently that was not okay.
Hey man, we're all entitled to our opinions, and it's hard to evaluate him honestly.
I don't hate Jackson Dart. I just don't think he's as good as everyone. Like, yeah, he had a great combine or whatever. They liked him. He looked good. I think he's fine. I don't think he's like going to be the next Drake May kind of on his, like he was mentioning this trajectory. I don't think he's gonna be like that. But they're building a different culture in New York. Whenever Scatterbo comes back, and like him and Dart, I get it. I hope I'm wrong. I don't mind Dart. I just don't think he's going to be.
I think maybe I'm more thinking fantasy because
thinks.
he has the fantasy recipe. I'm going to draft him everywhere next year because he's going to be going in the Drake May range from this year. He's got a big arm. He's aggressive. He'll run.
Yeah.
Run. They'll design shit for him. He gets rushing touchdowns. Like that's the YOLO strategy of like I like fantasy players like that.
And he's going to retire at 28 because he's not going to know.
And you're going to get Malik Neighbors back. Which is nice.
That's true.
Rob, last question. Tucker Kraft was my tight end. Still had. Sorry about that. Tucker Kraft was on every one of my teams, so I'm so sad still about that. Still had Kelsey, but he's looking bad. You know, their option. Pitts, Theo Johnson likely are available. What do I do? Kyle Pitts, man. I think if there's no Drake London the rest of the year, it's Kyle
Pitts.
Pitts.
Man. Pitts has had some good weeks.
9 targets, like 9 target games.
He's getting like 10 to 15 a game, and that's like good for Pitts. I mean, I feel like my thing is like if you don't have one of the main top 3, 4, 5 tight ends, and like it doesn't matter at that point. They'll get you 10 points and randomly snap off. But Pitts is looking good, man. He's getting a lot better.
I guess maybe you could say this is a little bit scoring dependent because I like Pitts more in PPR. I like Theo Johnson more in half PPR. I feel like Theo Johnson's definitely more likely for a touchdown. Yeah. So that could be part of it. Isaiah likely may be the option this week if you want to go for like a upside half PPR touchdown dude because they have the Bengals. But rest of the season, I'm not trusting likely. They literally just, for some reason, I don't know why, paid Mark Andrews all the fucking money. It's just weird as hell. I don't get that. He's actually like playing defensive
because he
back,
randomly showed whenever he came back, he showed flashes of his old self and was like getting 12 targets. It was like, holy fuck, Mark Andrews is back, and it's like, no, he's not. Like it's not the same. No.
Him and Hawkinson just fell off fast.
Yeah.
Kittle and Vidal for Javonte Williams and JJ McCarthy. Good trade. I mean, is this dynasty? Because who has trade still? But Kittle and Vidal for Javonte Williams and JJ McCarthy. It's hard to me to even evaluate this trade because it's like the positions. Kittle, JJ McCarthy.
Dude, I think JJ is fucking garbage. I don't know if anyone else.
He is garbage.
He's garbage. Like even I knew when he was in college. I mean, he had Donovan Edwards and Corum. It's just like everyone knew JJ was not going to be an NFL quarterback, and it's showing right now. I mean, even JJ,
the Vikings didn't know that.
Jay Jettas is fucking pissed about it. It's just like they should have kept Darnold. They should have kept him. They should have paid him, and JJ could back him up for 15 years and never play.
Dak or Hurts this week. I need to know the quarterback scoring, Adam.
I like Dak.
If it's 6 for a passing touchdown, I'm going Dak.
Yeah.
If it's 4 for a passing touchdown, I'm still going Jalen Hurts in a smash spot against the Raiders. Like they haven't had a push touchdown in ages. So it's scoring for me. If there's no Lamb as well, if there's no Lamb, if Lamb's playing, I'm just going Dak in general. If there's no Lamb, I'm going Hurts if it's 4 for a passing touchdown.
Well, you got Eagles against Raiders in Philly. They're going to Saquon. I would have guessed Saquon goes for 150 yards and 2 touchdowns. He's going to absolutely tear them apart randomly because that's what Saquon does. Jalen's not going to do shit. He might hit Devontae or AJ for some crazy pass for whatever. I don't think Jalen's going to do much. I think what Dallas always does is they start out by putting up against a shitty team. They get the Vikings in Dallas. They're going to put up 14 points in the first quarter. Dak's going to go for like 20 points in the first half and slow down, but I still think Dak's going to go more than Jalen.
Dude, the Vikings defense is playing so good right now. So if you don't have CeeDee Lamb, I know Dak's hot, but
fuck CeeDee Lamb. I mean, George Pickens is better than CD this year. Who gives a shit about CD at this point? I get it. I get it. Pickens he's a cancer. I understand that, but Pickens
he's not better than CeeDee Lamb though. We got to stop with that.
I'm not saying he's better than
numbers
CeeDee
are better.
He's not better than CeeDee Lamb. What I'm saying is he's playing better than CeeDee Lamb, at least especially in fantasy right now. And it's like, I in my mind, it's an easy start of Dak over Jalen because Jalen has so. I mean, you have Saquon as your running back. You have Javonte as your running back in Dallas, and Dak
Here's
throws
the upside. Here's the
45
upside.
times a game.
Hank, with Jalen Hurts, is I could see them. They can probably fuck around and win this game. Jalen Hurts needs to get some goddamn confidence back.
100%. 100%.
I could see them throwing the ball to get him a couple touchdown passes, even if it's the game you're talking about. And like, my upside here is 4 for passing touchdown. Jalen Hurts rushing touchdown is worth 6. Like, that's the upside play. And also, like, they're both studs, so you can't go wrong either way, Adam. I think that if CeeDee Lamb plays, it's Dak, no matter what the scoring. If CeeDee Lamb doesn't play, I don't know,
It's
man.
Dak.
I could just. I'm not going Dak. I love Dak, bro, and I hate Hurts. I hate Hurts.
But look at pass attempts. I mean, it's not even close. Dak is double what Jalen is, and Dak is starting to get a little more
4 for a
confidence.
passing touchdown, man. Rushing touchdowns are fucking.
I know,
huge.
but I'm saying Dak is getting a little more
Huge.
confident with his runs. He's run over 4.5 attempts over the past like 6 weeks. He's starting to run
Fucking
a little bit more.
slurpage of Dak. Sleeper defense, waiver defense on the wire this week. So it's got to be a deep shot defense. Man, deep shot defense. Giants at home against the Commanders. Although Mariota is playing well, and then that's really it. That's really it for deep shot. There's not a lot. A lot of teams are rostering 2 defenses this time of year too to stash for the playoffs. So. Panthers at Saints. That's actually the one right there. Saints at Panthers too. Honestly, if you're talking about deep shot, just give me that game.
It's at New Orleans. I'm a little hesitant on Carolina defense. I know our defense is looking insane this year. Like, it's looking a lot better, but I don't know what it is about this fucking Tyler Show dude. He'll just randomly go off for like 2 touchdowns and he'll just pick us apart. I would like to say easy start, but I can see Saints putting up 21 points on us somehow. We win by 3. It doesn't make sense because it's a divisional game. I would love to say it's an easy start for Carolina defense, but in my mind, I have a feeling it's not going to be that easy.
JC Horn being back is super nice though for you guys. Like,
it is
super nice.
It is, and Derek Brown's healthy, which is amazing to see. I mean, we have our guys, but we've also lost like 4 starters in our defense. We have oh God, what's his name? I'm blanking right now because I'm getting buzzed after that bourbon. But
would you consider?
Go
Sorry,
ahead.
I'm just moving on. Would you consider that Tyler Shuck will have a bright future and be a quarterback 1 for the Saints? He looks okay, but here's the problem: he's a 25-year-old rookie. Those don't work out. Like, Bo Nix is an exception because Bo Nix was drafted early at that. Jaden Daniels, a 24-year-old rookie, but Tyler Shuck, when they're not top 10 picks and they're that age, they're always going to look okay the rookie year because they have so much experience, but like, he's not a franchise guy. He's just not a franchise. He might be the quarterback 1, but quarterback 1 of a 5-win team. Like, what are we talking about? He's okay. He looks frisky. Like, the thing is, they both look frisky, man. Rattler looked pretty good too. Like, Rattler's fine too. Another 24-year-old rookie. So they're both okay.
Rattler's
like, they're bad,
awful. Rattler
he looked
terrible.
okay this year though.
He's just not consistent. Yeah, he looks better than last year for sure, but he's not ready, man. He makes dumb decisions.
He's gonna be a nice little backup. He'll be like a Gardner matchup, Minshew type, which is fine. I mean, that's better than JJ McCarthy.
Yeah.
GT PBR start 2. Quinshon Judkins, Big Boo, Chase Brown, Harvey, McLaurin, McMillan. Let's see, this
start
is tough.
2,
Chase
Brown. Big Boo. Chase Brown's got to be a yes. He's just been, plus with Burrow back. I mean, I would say, and again, this is me. I'm saying Chase Brown. I'm in between McMillan and Q Judd. I would say Chase and probably Judkins, or Chase or McMillan, or what the 2 that I think.
GT, those are all like within, like, if we were talking about like out of 10, they're all like 7.5 out of 10s. Like,
yeah,
I don't know, because it's PPR. I tend to lean receiver. And Terry McLaurin, I don't know if I got to figure out who's playing quarterback there. Like, Terry McLaurin might be the answer if there's if Jaden Daniels is out. Now, I know that sounds crazy, but like, Mariota was playing so well, and he was just looking for McLaurin. Now, this is the 3rd game back from IR for McLaurin. Now it's gross because like Ted McMillan seems like the safer option. So I think what you do, GT, is you put them all in a hat and you fucking draw 2 names. Now, who do we want to take out from this? I'm taking Harvey out from this list. That's the one I'm taking out, and then Ibuka maybe. I would take Ibuka out. I would take Ibuka out because you got stronger guys.
I mean, I think. Can we agree Chase Brown's kind of a lock between all these out of one of the two?
Yeah, this is
Chase Brown's
PPR.
a
And, like, I
lock.
know P. Ryan's
I would say
playing a lot.
McMillan. I would say McMillan just to give you kind of 1-1. If you don't like McMillan, I would go Judkins. But I think it's pretty safe.
Look who it is.
Big
Meat
motherfucking
Sweats
Ray.
in the motherfucking building, man.
Perfect time because I got
all
about
right.
4 minutes and I got to bounce.
We're gonna do this real quick because you have not seen this, and this is really awesome. So Ray, you know what it is. All right, Ray. What did you have tonight? Are you eating now? What did you have? What was on tap for dinner? Does he have it? Does he have it?
No, I got nothing right now.
What did you eat? Did you eat something? Are you tired? Did you fall asleep?
No, I'm just tired in general, dude. I haven't gotten a lot of sleep lately. Tired.
It's because you're on here till fucking 2 a.m. every night.
Happens.
You didn't have to come on. I can always solo this, dude. I can solo this.
It's all good, dude.
Okay, so yeah, that was a bust of a segment. Damn it, my bad. I fucked up.
Yeah, you got red.
Hey, wow, isn't it wild that I've met Ray in real life, but I haven't met you in real life?
Yeah, I mean, well, me and Hank have never met in real life, but we've met in the virtual world all too many times. All too many times.
I've saved your ass way too many times.
Dude, I'm the one that's always rezzing you.
Easy, Caleb. Easy.
Is single carry a waiver ad or wait for a free agent? I would probably wait because the reports from Tyron Tracy is he's going to play. We haven't had any actual official practice reports from them yet because they're coming off the bye. If there's no Tyron Tracy, Devin Singletary is a must start this week against the fucking Commanders. Yeah. But I'm not using a waiver on a guy like Devin Singletary. What do you got, Ray? You agree?
Yeah, I mean, we know what he's capable of. I mean, especially going into playoffs right now, I wouldn't want to trust him. I mean, I guess if you really have to, but there's got to be better options than him.
Hetzer, gun to my head, I'm going Goddard over Waller. Like, Goddard just showed that he's back as almost a PPR scam guy. And, like, Jalen Hurts, you know what he does when he loses confidence? He throws to his fucking tight ends. He checks the ball down because he's not throwing the ball downfield. And I don't know if he's going to be doing that next. Well, and Goddard also has 7 touchdowns this year. It's wild to say that, but they all came in that little cluster. Remember that cluster of Dallas Goddard touchdowns? It was like 4 touchdowns in 3 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
This is for you, Hank. Hey, brother, you think the Panthers are going to beat the Saints this coming Sunday in New Orleans? Give us a score prediction, Hank.
Oh, shit. Yes. I don't think it's going to be close. I'm going to say 24-10. I think that coming off a bye week, we got some injury dudes coming back this week. I think now that we're tied for first, Canales is kind of putting a fire under their asses. Schuba's looking a little bit better. Offense is fairly healthy. Defense, like you mentioned, JC Horn's coming back. I think we pick them apart a little bit more. I still don't think that the defense is going to be a start. They could go for 21 again. This is a guess. I think we win 21-10, 21-13, give or take.
This is an obvious spot for the Saints to come crashing back to earth. You see this all the time with these bad teams. They come off a great win, and then they just get smashed the next week. And, like, how they beat the Bucs in that game, I know it was a lot, Ray, we talked about it, a lot of weather stuff there. I feel like if they play that game in a sunny day, they have no chance of beating the Bucs. But, like, that field, like, his mudda was a mudda. Like, they were just mudding out there, and Tyler Shuck was, like, looking like Michael Vick. And wild shit. What's your score prediction, Ray?
I would say that it could be one of those games where it could be like 28 to like 28, like 28-13.
Jason says Big Ray took a nice meat nap. I hear it in his voice. Definitely. We've seen this before. I think the one time you did it, but at least this time I feel like you're sober. The one time you were drunk and woke up from a nap, it was you were tripping. You essentially were tripping that for the first like half hour, and then what you did to get awake, you chugged like 4 beers. That was just a wild like brain chemistry moment. And it's Big Ray though. Big Ray, get raid. Last question. Hank's got to go. Rico, expectations out of the bye. Leave it. Let's leave it with Hank here for his last questions. He's really down on Rico. He's our Panthers fan. I have higher expectations than he does. Fantasy points. What do you predict? Give me his workload. How many? What's the snap share?
I'll give him under 10 carries. I'll give him under 10 carries.
Oh, what?
Dude, Schuba is just looking good again. and Shuba was the main guy. We paid him for a reason, and Rico was a 1-year sign. And yeah, he had a crazy couple good games, and we're not taking him out of the game completely, but I think he gets. I'll give him 10 carries. I'll give him 10 carries on the dot. I think he gets you 8.5 points. I don't think he does much more than that.
Oh, I hope you're wrong. If Rico everywhere in best ball and like in 12 leagues. Now, one of the leagues I have buys, so it's not a big deal, and he's a flex, but like, God damn it.
Again, I'm starting to shoot over Rico. So
yeah, I'm not saying I wouldn't do that. I'm saying I think they can both eat because the way the Panthers ideally want to play, now this is mostly game script dependent, but you're playing the Saints, is they want to run the ball 35 times. So that might be 20 times for Chuba, 20 touches, let's say 20 touches for Chuba, 15 for Rico. Something along.
Or we got Coker back. Leggett looks a little bit better. McMillan's an absolute phenom. We have our tight ends looking pretty damn good this year, and they want to get Bryce's confidence back to make a playoff push. He throws it 25 times. I mean, it just depends on what mood Canales wakes up in that day. So,
Hank, brother, you ain't winning the South. Jason's probably the biggest Bucks fan
I know we're not. I know we're not, but I have to dream.
Wow, realistic.
Okay?
There's a chance, dude. There's definitely a chance.
I know there's a chance because it's going to come down to 2 of the last 3 games of the year, which we go Bucks, Seahawks, Bucks. So we got to go Baker, Darnold, Baker is what we have to fucking do for our last 3 weeks. It's going to suck. So we'll see what happens. Either way, I'm drinking. So
he's drinking. All right, Hank, that was awesome, man. Don't be a stranger. You killed it. You're a very well-spoken individual. I appreciate that. And your love for the Panthers aside, you did awesome. And I'm kidding. I like your love of the Panthers because you're like one of like 5.
I'm
Panthers
honest
fans
with the
world,
Panthers.
so.
I'm fully aware of our issues. So I'm. What's it
hey
called?
Ray, real quick, thank Hank for the haul for Bryce Young.
Yes, the haul.
You're welcome for the fucking pain and nails, brothers.
Oh yeah.
Real quick though, you wish they would have just taken not taken Bryce Young and taken CJ Stroud, right?
I'll see you guys next week.
I like that answer. All right, buddy. Take care, man. I'll see you on Xbox. I'm gonna come back, make my triumphant return.
Sure.
We still play Blackout, guys.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be rezzing you all the fucking time.
All right. See you guys.
All right, man.
Later.
Later. I'm gonna call off standard Dubs, Judy, Trey Tucker this week. You can't play Dubs. You can't play Dubs.
No,
I'm gonna go Judy, man. I think I'm gonna go Judy. I want to go.
Yeah,
Trey
I'd
Tucker.
go Judy. I mean, he's turning it up with Sanders, which it is gross, but seems true.
That is.
I was between that and Muhammad.
Why the fuck would it be between that or Muhammad? Why don't you just pick a common name like a normal person?
Muhammad is the most commonly used name on earth. Read a fucking book for one.
We're going Judy. I'm not feeling great about it, but start 2, Henry, Chase Brown, Travion. This is standard, I believe. Standard or half PPR. Derrick Henry for show. And then this is a question for you, Ray, because Travion or Chase Brown. That is tricky.
Standard. I mean, I guess I would probably go Chase Brown. I'd want to say Travion, but there's still Stevenson who could take away those goal line carries. I mean, I guess P. Ryan could do the same, but I don't know. I mean, for sure, Henry and I would just go Chase Brown.
Yeah, same. Are you starting Rico this week? I am in some spots. Obviously, Hank is really down on Rico and really high on Chuba. I am not willing to go that far. I think they made it pretty clear that Rico is going to be the early down back. And the snap share was like 58 or 60% Chuba, 42% Rico last week. But Rico was one of those guys that when he was on the field, he was getting the ball. Where Chuba, they play more in the passing down situation. So now here's the question. If Rico gets that role and he's not getting the goal line work, you can't start him. So we don't know what that's going to be. But like, I'd like to think Rico's going to get majority of the goal line work if there's goal line work. So I'm still starting him as a top 24 guy, but barely. It's barely on the radar there. It's gross. If Joe Mixon comes back next year, where do you think and where do you rank him? I'm not going to be ranking him. He's not going to be a starter. He's going to be what happened to Nick's job this year, right? He's going to latch onto a team with a maybe possibly an injury question with the veteran. No, he's cooked, man. Too much work. And I love Joe Mixon, but it sucks.
Yep,
it sucks. Jake made the playoffs at one out last 4 weeks. I got the worst matchup though. Guy with the most points scored all year. You guys think you think Ibuka or Terry? Unless you want to weigh in on my 3 quarterbacks or D. I'm going Terry. Fuck, that's so tough. I still have faith for Ibuka as much as I think he's a terrible player. Like, he's just not ready. And he's not the GOAT we all thought he was. He's just an average guy right now. He's got some Jerry Jeudy in his game, unfortunately. I'm going to go. What do you think, man? Ibuka? I'm going to go Ibuka. I think he's due. I like Terry, though, too. It's just.
I mean, what was Terry doing with Mariota?
Well, he only had the one game with Mariota that was an awesome game. He had it against Denver, and he balled out, bro. So Terry upside Ibuka floor. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
Jake, this is definitely a Discord type question where you post in the Discord. We do a poll, and we have 20 people answer your question. And what we do, we just go with the highest vote because it's such a toss-up. J Moore really needed a buy to split between Chuba to see the split. Yeah, I'm lucky. I have like 8 or 9 of my shares are with buys, but like at this point, my teams are so decimated where like if you're in the playoffs, you should have better options, but mine are all so hurt where like I'm probably going to roll with him as my flex just because I trust the player. He's a good player. I just hate this workload concern thing. It fucking sucks. Broncos or Packers. I got Jordan Love and them. I'm guessing he's got Bo Nix. I think the Packers beat the Broncos this week. What do you think? They're hot.
Are they at home? Packers?
I don't know. Let's see. The Broncos are at home, but Green Bay's -2.5 on the road. That's wild.
Yeah, I'd still probably take the Broncos, but with the line, I mean, it could be the Packers. I think so. I'm just saying, like,
Packers
money
are too
line.
hot. We don't have any news on CeeDee Lamb, Jake. But if he's playing, he's a start, right? But
yep.
Yeah, Lamb. I'd say Lamb is 50-50 to play, maybe 60-40. I want to say maybe because he has 9 days off. Pretty nasty concussion with the fencing that they call when their hands go out. But start JMO or Evans PPR. JMO.
Yeah.
We're not fucking with Evans. Even if Evans is fully healthy, I'm starting JMO. There's no tight end, guys. Again, Sam Laporta out for the year, Brock Wright out for the year. Like, give me JMO as a wide receiver 2 with upside. That's what he is, man. Who's picking up Rivers for fantasy? Ray, you gonna pick him up in the Superflex?
I might. Who knows?
Start 2, Hampton, Genty, Judkins, Woody. I'm going Genty and Judkins or Genty and Woody.
I'd probably go
It's the
Genty
back
and
three.
Judkins.
Yeah, if it's full PPR, I'm tempted to go Woody over Judkins. I guess is how I'd put it. If it's half PPR, I'm going to go the middle 2 guys, Genty and Judkins. Ooh, this is a tough one. Are you comfortable starting Fannin and Judkins together? Now, I don't really want to start 2 Browns, but that's their whole offense, right? It's those 2 guys. But the Bears are coming off a pretty tough loss, and our defense is solid. So if that's the case, man, I might want to just go Genty and Woody and then start Fannin. Diversify for upside. Team's been beat up all year. We saw him manage to get number 1 seed in a bye, so who got lucky. Yeah, you know what sucks though is the bye is huge. If you have a beat up team, it gives you a week to kind of stack your bench with upside stashes, right? Which I do all year, but like you never know. You might be able to get, if you have Tyler Algier on your bench and for some reason Bijan fucks his ankle up, now your team isn't looking so bad. So that's the thing is definitely if you have a bye and you have a weak team, be mindful of your bench spots. Everyone should have a role, have a reason for being on your bench. Do not have Rashad Bateman on your bench because there's no reason you're ever going to start Rashad Bateman. You can always pick a guy like that off of the wire. Get guys that have a reason, right? Like that have a chance to be something. I'm trying to think of like a wide receiver example of that. It would be like, who would be a good name? Well, Luther Burden. I know he's probably picked up in most spots, but yeah, be mindful. Or a guy like Isaiah Likely, if you have a weak tight end and he can be played this week, but if something happens to Mark Andrews, Isaiah Likely becomes a must-start guy. Guys
Right.
like that. Opponent has A-chain. Do I pick up Wright to block him? Ooh, CK, I'm in for that one, dude. I am in for that one. I like blocking, dude. If it comes down to a win or loss, like I think A-chain plays. Do you agree, Ray? Like, what do you think the chances are A-chain plays? Like 80%?
I mean, this week I'd say this. I said it was his rate. I mean, I would say he probably doesn't play this week, but because they're pretty much. I mean, they are done right for the season, so it's like I don't know why they would like rush him back, but they're also a pretty bad organization, so who knows?
I would do it. I would do it, man. It's worth it just because.
Yeah, for sure.
You also have apparently you have the handcuff for A-Chain now, and there's still a couple weeks left in the season. So, running away from playing Warren this week if it's Rivers or the guy Riley. No, the thing is, I don't think Warren and Pittman are the two guys that aren't really affected. If anything, it's probably better for Pittman because it was not looking good with him with Danny Dimes. He was throwing the ball downfield. So I think Warren's still definitely a top 12 guy. I think he's a top 10 guy still personally. He might get some gadget stuff too. He might get a couple carries. Not worried about Warren at all. Because I have a league. Now this is a tough one. I have Warren in a couple spots. I also have Fannin in full PPR. And like I'm still starting Warren. Like I know I should start Fannin. But what would you do, Ray? Like, that's a tough decision because Fannin's fucking hot right now.
Yeah, I mean, I guess right now I would just play Fannin until we figure out who. I mean, honestly, just like figure out who's going to be having the more usage going forward. You know what I mean? Because
I'm not worried about Tyler Warren. I'm really not. I think he's a focal point in the offense. And when you have either a young quarterback and Riley Leonard or an old quarterback that can't throw the ball on the field, where do they go with the ball? They check it down to the tight end. It's always a saying. It's the rookie quarterback's best friend is the tight end. Phillip Rivers is not a rookie, far from a rookie. He's 45 years old, but he has no arm strength. He didn't have arm strength when he was 24 years old. So like he's gonna just be checking the ball on Tyler Warren and try to get some yak plays, man. So I'm fine with Tyler Warren still. Let's see. Hampton, I'm not even pulling off the IR yet with Harvey benched. I'm hoping to still. That's fine, man. You get an extra roster spot. If you don't need to pick up a defense or anything, I like that. Bucky and Henderson. Bucky should have a huge week this Thursday against the Falcons. That's what's up. Shador Sanders looks way better than Jackson Dart does. No. He does not look better than Jackson Dart's. Shador has one good game, 1.5 good games. Jackson Dart looks like the real deal. I don't know. Am I just slurping Jackson Dart or what's going on?
No, I mean, I'd still say that Jackson Dart looks better than Sanders, but Sanders does look pretty good for, what he's done so far, but obviously it's like super early, but hey, he is the first QB for the Browns to win in his debut, like fucking forever. So
yeah, they've had so many busts. I just think Jackson Dart has the makeup and the mold of a franchise quarterback, right? Shador Sanders, we'll see. He's impressed me. Because I did not think he was going to be anything, and not just because the 5th round draft capital and all the circus around him. It was just I didn't see the arm strength, and like Jackson Dart has all those things. But Shador's pretty accurate, man. He's actually been pretty frisky in the pocket. Jason says, Ray, you got any freezer beers? You look due for one, brother. You need to be prescribed a couple beers. Really works.
No, I unfortunately ran out of beers, but that's
you know how potheads always say like, dude, weed fixes everything. Like weed's the best medicine. Like us beer drinkers are just like, have a couple beers, rub some dirt on it, chug some beers. Let's see, where am I at? This dude on here is interesting because he disagreed with some of your choices. The other guy seems like he disagrees with all of them. Kale was pretty feisty. He was feisty for sure. I like feistiness. Dart has a shitload of good games. I didn't want to draft him. I'm a Jets fan saying Dart looked very good. He's just too aggressive. You're right. He's not going to stay healthy, and that's fine. That's fine. That's why you draft him next year in fantasy, because quarterback's the one position you don't care if they get hurt. You can replace a quarterback so early. Cam Scatterbo's a little scarier because if you had to draft Cam Scatterbo as your RB2, like he's going to miss games with concussions, and it's hard to replace a running back. Like, I don't care. If I get Jackson Dart as it's quarterback 11 next year, fucking lovely, dude. When he plays, quarterback 1. Like right. Quarterback 1. When he misses, I pick up, Shador Sanders, for instance, maybe. Everyone's loving Fannin. I love Fannin. He's been one of my dudes all year. I think I have him in 10 leagues, maybe. Let's see. Yeah, well, dude, running the Jets is actually like anyone could run the Jets better than what the fuck they're doing there. Literally, doesn't the owner let his kid like make some of the picks? Like, dude, what are we talking about, man?
It's been done before.
I really hope Gronk's at the game and he could say a big boo. I wonder if he would mangle it again, because he'd have pressure to say it right. What's going on, Derry? We're doing fantastic. Should I play a guy or Singletary full PPR? It's Singletary if there's no Tracy, but if there's Tracy, it's Monungai. Although I don't like either of them this week. The Browns defense is good, bro. Like, what do you think about Monungai? Would you rank him is he a top 20, not top 24 guy, but is he top 30? Is he flex worthy?
I'd say he's flex worthy.
He's playing too well, and they're running the ball.
Right. I mean, that's the thing there. He's getting the opportunity.
Yeah, the Vikings getting rid of Darnold was just silly. You know what? That's doubling down on them trading up for JJ McCarthy. Coaches and they do it all the time. And they should have just gave JJ one more year. I know that they hate doing it. They hate waiting 2 years, but hey, how'd that work for Jordan Love sitting 2 years behind Aaron Rodgers? Worked pretty goddamn well. And Jordan Love is looking like the real goddamn deal, man. And we saw that front and center, Ray. Start 2 at running back, Warren, Hampton, or Henderson. So it's Warren, it's Henderson for sure.
Yeah.
And then scoring, I think we're gonna go Jaylen Warren against the Dolphins, opposed to Hampton against the
probably.
Chiefs.
Yeah, that's what I'd probably
do.
But I mean,
we'll go Warren and Hendy.
The Chiefs also are done at this point, and the Chargers need to win. You know what I mean? Like they need to continue to win, but the Chiefs do have a good defense. So
the Chiefs are still going to play to the end because there's still a chance if they win out they can make the playoffs. And
right.
I've seen stranger things happen. And if they lose this game, they're officially done. But they're also a proud team, and I don't think Kelsey and Mahomes, and particularly Kelsey, who might play paying his last year, want to go out like this. Like Kelsey, the last couple games.
Yeah.
Gross. Start 2 at wide receiver, Lamb, T-Mac, or Michael Wilson, PPR. Well, my answer. My answer. Lamb might not play, so your decision might be made for you, Carlos. If Lamb plays, it's Lamb. And then I'm definitely going Michael Wilson over T-Mac. I don't care if they're against Houston. I know he's going to get 12 targets, so give me 12 targets. Might only be 5 catches, but is that crazy?
Yeah, of course it is, but that's okay. That's what we're here for.
You're going to go T-Mac?
No, I mean, I'm thinking that, like you said, I don't think Lamb's going to play. But if he does, I mean, you can't not play Lamb. And, yeah, I mean, as long as Marvin Harrison is out, I got to go Wilson. Even though that's pretty crazy, but you might even want to.
He's a wide receiver 1.
You might want to even just sit Lamb even if he plays, which might be crazy too, but if he's injured. But that's...
It's a concussion. It's not a knee. CeeDee Lamb's a fucking top 6 receiver. Like I'm not worried about concussions.
Ted's killing it, so maybe you need to sit
you
your
saw
boy.
what T. Higgins just came back from a concussion and caught 2 touchdowns, like while being concussed again. Like, so I'm never worried about concussions in terms of guys coming back because I'm much more worried about hamstring injuries. Now he could also get a concussion again, but any player can get a concussion. Like CeeDee Lamb, like T-Mac, dude, he just had a game. The Rams game, right, where he caught the game-winning touchdown, one catch on like 4 targets for 41 yards and a touchdown. Like Michael Wilson's getting 12 targets. CeeDee Lamb is the top 4 receiver in the NFL. I ain't fucking with any of that. Now T-Mac's fine though if you have no CeeDee Lamb. I really hope CeeDee Lamb plays though, because I think the Cowboys are incentivized to push him through protocol because with the Eagles losing, man, like they have a chance at this division. It's an outside shot, but like who would have thought like 7 weeks ago, we'd be talking about the Cowboys having a chance to overtake the Eagles for the NFC East. Unreal. May or Purdy, Dak or Purdy? May over Purdy and Dak over Purdy. Purdy's got a nice matchup this week, but what do you think?
Yeah, May over Purdy. And I know Purdy's got a decent matchup, but I mean, I might just sit him and play the other 2.
At defense, start Carolina or New Orleans? I want Carolina's defense over New Orleans' defense. Same game. I know it's in New Orleans, but again, J.C. Horn's coming back. That's huge. And who needs to win the game? Carolina needs to win the game.
Right.
This is a good one here. Kelsey or Schultz? What do you think, Ray? Because this is battle of the old men here. I think it should just be Kelsey, but I mean, we just saw an epic, terrible performance from him.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to say just play Schultz until Kelsey figures it out, because that was definitely horrendous. But, of course, I'll tell you to do that. And the next week he turns around and has one of his 6 for 80 and a touchdown, and like, great. But he definitely isn't playing very well right now. So,
should I play the Eagles defense this week? Yeah, I want the Eagles defense over the Bucs defense. I love the Bucs for their schedule, but like the Eagles defense is just a better unit.
Right.
Bucks are fine. Like Bucks are better than 27 of the other teams right now, but I think that for their schedule, but like the Eagles also have an easy schedule and a better defense. Let's see. You can start Dowdle. He's not a must start though, Jonathan. I would like to see how it plays out after the bye, but some of us don't have the luxury if you don't have a bye. So I'm starting. I have a decision actually. A full PPR, Dowdle or Fannin. I think I'm going to go Fannin. It's full PPR. If it was half PPR, I'd go Dowdle, but I hate starting a tight end at flex. I really fucking hate it, but
well, sometimes if you got a good option, you got a good option.
I would play the 49ers defense against the Titans, but again, tread a little carefully because their defense is terrible. But the Titans are turning it around a little bit, but it's still a good matchup. And the 49ers coming off a bye. I like that. Yep, you gave us everything, Nick. The Panthers gave us everything for Bryce Young, and we appreciate you guys building our franchise because we needed it because we fuck up a lot quarterback wise.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we've drafted some pretty nice defensive players in the past couple of years, but it's all thanks to you guys. Let's see. Meat sweats are very tiring. Thoughts on the Chiefs versus Chargers? Chiefs need to win this game. It's hard. I'm not betting on it. Obviously, I don't bet a lot of lines, but I would take the Chiefs over the Chargers. I know that might sound crazy, but the Chargers' offensive line is just awful. And I can't believe they won that game. Yeah. I mean, Jalen Hurts handed them the game. He handed them the fucking game. That's all I got to say about that.
Wasn't good.
Oh, still upset about that one. Would you play Chuba over RJ in half PPR? No, I'm still playing RJ Harvey. Yeah. It's close though because RJ Harvey has a tough matchup and Chuba has an easy matchup. So like I see that, but like they're both going to probably get the same opportunities. That is really tough, man. I would say maybe in full PPR I'd go Chuba, but RJ Harvey's at least getting the goal line. It seems like he's locked up the goal line work there. So man,
I'm going RJ.
Yeah, he's like Hansel. He's so hot right now. Lawrence or Mayfield. This is Baker Mayfield in a smash spot. Thursday Night Football, angry football team. At home. I want to make sure this is at home, right? It is at home. Atlanta's defense is terrible. Full PPR, Godwin or Mike Evans. Well, it's Godwin no matter what. Mike Evans, again, is probably not going to play. So we'll see. It's 50-50 if he plays. Even if he plays, like I'm not playing a guy that might be on a snap count. Chris Godwin appears to be, at least he doesn't have a snap count. He's looking pretty good. So let's see. Ray, do you like Warren or Likely in full PPR? Tyler Warren or Likely full PPR? Bear in mind, Likely has a great matchup.
Yeah, I know, but I would still go Warren just because Lamar Jackson's still just the offense is still in a decent game last week, but there's still I need to see more of it. I wouldn't get cute. I would just go Warren. But I mean, Likely isn't a bad option, but I would still go with Warren.
I have Chase Brown, Saquon, and Bucky Irving. Who do I sit? If you have to sit one, it's Chase Brown. Bucky Irving's a must start, and Saquon Barkley has the fucking Raiders, bro. Yeah. I like that one all day. Currently have McPherson. Would you drop to pick up the Patriots? Borealis, Rams, Mevis. Maybe not the Patriots. That's a tough matchup against the Bills. I would probably just roll with McPherson. I would go Kyami Fairbairn if he's there. That's the play, personally. Yeah. But would you just stick with McPherson, or do you like the Rams kicker who doesn't kick any field goals? He just kicks 6 extra points a game.
Yeah. I mean, Pinero's not a bad option if he's actually healthy. He's just had some health issues, and Borgales, Storey likes him. So, but I mean, I would probably just stick with McPherson at the moment.
Storey fucking loves Borgales, dude. Like, he loves Borgales as much as I love Michael Wilson, which is just like hilarious because he's talking about a kicker. Would you drop Vele for Likely? If Vele is like your 5th receiver, then why are you carrying him? The only upside in Vele, I know he's been playing well, is if Olave gets shut down. Now you have the number 1 there. But Isaiah Likely is essentially operating as your number 2 receiver. And if for some reason something happens to Mark Andrews, Isaiah Likely is like a top 6 option. He's essentially like what we're talking about with Fannin right now.
Right.
I've always loved Isaiah Likely. And you know what? It appears that they're going to let him go this year.
I know. Crazy.
Hopefully he goes to a good spot, and I love Isaiah Likely. Not a great football player in terms of like all around tight end. He's essentially like a receiver.
Mm-hmm.
I love Isaiah Likely, man. Travis Etienne have a big week this week. He's on fire, man. And I don't like Travis Etienne, but I got to eat my words.
Me too.
Here's the upside is I can't believe this happened. But Bayshell Tootin had 8% of the snaps last week. 8%. So we got fooled like with that 50-50, that game was 50-50 that Tootin got banged up. Now maybe there's a case that Tootin still has an ankle injury that they're not really revealing. And then they Quinn Allen plays third down. So yeah, Etienne, man, maybe they sign him. He's going to be a free agent this year. So thoughts on May versus Bills? I have Burrow also. Are you going Drake May over Burrow? Is it scoring?
That's what I would base it on because May can get the rushing where Burrow's not going to be getting that. So that can be the difference.
So 6 for a passing touchdown. We're going to go Burrow.
Right.
4, I'll go. I mean, that's really good decisions right there. David, Steelers or Bucks defense? I'm going to go with the defense facing Kirk Cousins. I think that's kind of the answer.
Yep.
Yeah, we don't want to. Kirk Cousins is bad. Joe Burrow, Jared Goff, Jordan Love, full PPR. It's Joe Burrow. Jordan Love's playing really good right now, but like against the Broncos, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Who does Jared Goff have? He has the Rams. Ooh, at Rams. That could be a shootout. That's a revenge game too. Little revenge game for both quarterbacks. I wasn't thinking about that one. That's gonna be a good game.
Mm-hmm. I still go Burrow.
The Ravens defense is just not. They can't stop the pass, man. They just. It's rough right now. Bench Jefferson for Hampton, half PPR.
No,
I can't do it. I know it's been bad. That's not how we operate here. I know the opportunity hasn't been that much, but it's also an all-time player. And at least JJ McCarthy looked not half bad last week against the worst defense in the league.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that we're not going to get cute here, but if you really are sick and tired of Jefferson and you want to be that person to bench him, like go ahead. I just don't come to the chat here when you do that. And, Jefferson goes out for his average games of his career.
If Hampton was 2 weeks removed from coming back and didn't have the Chiefs, yes, it's Hampton. But Jefferson also has the Cowboys, who just gave up a fuckload of, I know it was the Lions, but like their secondary is trash. It's not good. That since they made the trade for Quinnen Williams and Logan Wilson, they've been stopping the run. Like they've been a top 5 run defense. They are a bottom 5 pass defense. The game script should be great for Jefferson. It's still Justin Jefferson. I would be sick to my stomach if I sat Justin Jefferson and Hampton went out there and had 11 points and had PPR, and Jefferson comes out for 7, $120, and 2 touchdowns, just something like that. A Justin Jefferson game that we came accustomed to seeing for 5 years. So,
an average Justin Jefferson game. Yeah.
Yeah. What about Breece Hall this week? Him or Dowdle? Breece Hall. It's Breece Hall. Yeah. There's no workload concerns there. There's quarterback questions, but the more reason to dump it down to Breece Hall.
Well, and he also was playing better when, or his numbers wise, he was playing better when Fields was playing. So, see what happens when I'm coming back.
Yeah, give me Breece. Would you drop Vele for Booty? No, Keyshawn Booty. That Patriots wide receiver room is such a mess. They just go back and forth, and you don't know whose week it is. You don't know. So I'm gonna keep Vele for the upside that Chris Olave has a back injury that could flare up at any time. That could shut him down at any time. I hope it doesn't happen. I have Olave everywhere, but the upside with Booty is he's never going to be a full-time snap player. You're always going to be banking on the big play.
Right.
Vele is getting at least volume. Jason, Bucks wearing the creamsicle tarps, undefeated this year, broke the curse. Buka in the creamsicle tarp. Wearing a must start. So this is some insider stuff from Jason. Thanks, buddy. I owe a beer chug. Let's see here. Where were we at?
Shout out, Jason.
You guys think Justin Fields would be a backup quarterback for the rest of his career? Absolutely. What Justin Fields needs to do is suck up his pride and become a Taysom Hill. He's a better Taysom Hill because he's actually fast and he's a way better thrower of the football than Taysom Hill could ever be. Use him as a weapon. He needs to go to a team like the Ravens. Imagine a backfield next year of Lamar, Derrick Henry, and Justin Fields and like a wishbone. Like, dude, I don't know if it would work, but it would just be like defenses would be like, what the fuck's going on here? And Tyrod Taylor looks way better than Justin Fields. Justin Fields is not a starting quarterback in the NFL. We will eat that. I was more of a Fields guy than you, but we were both kind of Fields defenders compared to most people.
Right.
And I understand he's been in bad situations his whole career, but there's a point where I got to stop blaming the situations and start looking at Justin Fields the player, because if he's really great, like the cream will rise, or at least like start to rise. It's still not rising at all. I thought I had a little anecdote there, but I didn't. Mooney is terrible. He also broke his collarbone, and I don't think he fully healed from that one. He's a knucklehead too. He's just kind of a bonehead player. We saw it in Chicago.
Oh yeah.
Were you sad when we didn't sign him, or were you like kind of happy?
No, I was a bit annoyed, but like it wasn't enough for me to like be like, what the fuck? Just with the amount of money he got. But especially now we see what's happened. They were fine to let him go.
Where will a big boo be drafted next year? I would say it depends how he finishes. So if he finishes and keeps on doing this, 7-8 targets, 3 catches, I think he'll be drafted around the same spot he was drafted this year, 6th or 7th round.
Yeah.
You think there's going to be hype? Like, the nice thing, it's the opposite. We saw him ball out, so we know he has the potential to ball out. Tied to Baker Mayfield, high draft capital. Mike Evans probably retiring. Chris Godwin on his last legs. He should go higher, but I feel like he burned a lot of people. And like the fact that we anointed him as a fantasy community was wrong. And also it makes it seem worse. Like our expectations were so high on the guy.
Right.
Too high. And I feel like he's feeling that pressure, man, because it's been bad. Those drops. Gross. What's going on, Michael? 2 running back, 2 wide receiver, 1 flex. PPR. Genty, Hampton, Neal, Nico, Tet, Ibuka, Devonta Smith, Fannin. So 2 running backs. We're going to go Genty, Hampton, and Neal. So I'm going Genty for sure, but what do you got, Hampton or Neal?
I would probably go Hampton.
Okay, and then Nico for sure, Tet, Ibuka, Devonta Smith for the flex, or Fannin. I'm going Nico, and I'm going to go Nico and Tet, or Nico and Ibuka. I can't trust.
I would go Nico, Tet, and then Fannin.
Okay, we're loving the Fannin trade, huh? Now, this is a tough one from Jay Moore. Rico or Hampton full PPR? They both have. I feel like it's got to be Hampton. I'm really cooling on this whole talk with Hank has really got me cooling on Rico Dowdle.
Yeah, I mean,
especially
because they got him involved in the passing game. I know that wasn't like solely him, but they did get him the ball. I mean, he did get a receiving touchdown. So
sucks. Michael Wilson has a bad matchup this week. I've been riding with him for 3 weeks, but now I'm nervous. If Marvin Harrison doesn't play, you have no concerns. Yes, he probably won't have 10 catches for 120 yards and a touchdown, but he's going to have 10 or 12 targets. Like that kind of volume, man, for a player we've seen that is a very, very good player. And Jacoby Brissett doesn't give a fuck. He is just throwing the goddamn ball. Now they are going to probably be down their left tackle in this game, which is a problem because you need all the reinforcements you can have against the Texans defense.
Mm-hmm.
I'm never benching a guy that's going to project for 10 targets. Like I can't come to do it. The numbers of production, like
100%.
6 for 70 is his floor right now. Would you say 6 for 70, 5 for 60?
At least 6 for 60
as a floor.
5 for 60. So even 5
Jay
for
Moore, I don't know.
5 for 50.
I don't know if Bijan could put up 30, but I feel like they need to use Bijan. They need to fucking ride that man. They haven't been doing it. They have not been doing it.
We need that 30 burger.
We do.
I don't need it this week. I need it next week.
There's a chance, Jason, because a lot of Bijan's value comes through the air. So it's hard to run the ball against the Bucs. Although, hey, Devin Neal ran the ball pretty goddamn well against you guys last week somehow. So it's just, can they actually give? I feel like Bijan should have 7 targets in this game. Do you agree? Like they have to just utilize the guy every way they can.
They're smart. But, what happens is when I look, and all of a sudden I turn their game on, and fucking Algier's in there. I'm like, okay. And Algier's in there.
They got to play them both. They should just almost, every time Algier's in the game, they should just play him in slot. Play him in the slot.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
Because then the defense
no reason not to
be worried about someone because they're not worried about anyone else. Like Pitts is fine. Mooney's terrible. Like who is threatening that team, threatening the defense downfield? Nobody. Not saying Bijan can do that, but at least you put them in motion. You can get the defense thinking. Right now, they're very stagnant offense. They're not putting anyone in motion. And they don't have the playmakers to win one-on-ones. It's just very, and Kirk Cousins doesn't have the arm talent. It's just a mess. Like they need to fire everyone in Atlanta. Like the GM for making that trade, losing their first-round pick, like making drafting fucking an injured Michael Penix, who's always injured in college. Like just mistake after mistake.
Ryan Pace, okay? He's director of personnel over there.
Oh, Michael, I called and spoke with Smitty. He said I should start Genty, Hampton, Nico, Ted at Buka. He loves Ibuka and says no hesitation, lock and load. I'm over him at this point, though. The targets are there, though, Michael. That's the upside with Ibuka. You're getting the targets, so we like that. I have Neil. Should I play him over Justin Jefferson? It's not that crazy to ask that, but I'm not doing that. I'm
right.
For all we know, they might use Taysom Hill this game around the goal line. You know what I mean? So, all right, last couple of questions here, boys. I'm going to do a chug here for you, and I'll let Ray answer this next question. And Jason says, ask any Bucks fan. We want Gruden back and toilet. Dude, John Gruden needs to be coaching, but he's just he's got a great life right now. Why would he come back to the grind of coaching? We've seen this with a bunch of guys.
Well, that's
John Gruden.
That's the thing, dude. With Barstool, dude, it's like he can still do like his coaching shtick, like, and not be part of has to hitch on any team and just do his thing. Like, yeah, he's got it fucking made. Now, I just don't think he'll be able to get back into the NFL. Now, I'd like to see what happens with all those emails and all that shit that will come out in his defamation lawsuit.
Such a mess.
It's still, I mean, nonetheless, he's out, and it sucks because I think he should be coaching too. But
Sports Jazz, Corum should have been added a long time ago. He's a startable in a pinch if there's a nice matchup,
bro.
And he's also a league winner of league winners. So you need to add him right now. Colby, I've been playing Kyron and Corum in my RB1 and 2 slots for a month now, and it's working. Yeah, man. That's not a bad decision. I'm
it's
actually
ballsy,
this week in a league.
Yeah.
I'm projected to win in a PPR league 140 to 110. The guy, I got the 3 seed, and this guy's got a bad team. I'm gonna start Chuba and Rico this week, just because I need like 22 points combined, and I feel like I'll beat this guy because his team is so bad. And sometimes like Kylan Corum's a better version of that.
Right.
Rock with Houston's defense this week or stream Philly versus Raiders. I prefer Philly versus Raiders, but if I don't want to drop a good player to do so. Although I also don't want to lose the week, but
I would say if you could somehow get both of them, because like you want Houston's defense for the long run, but if you can pick up Philly to play this week, but otherwise I might just stick with the Houston D and just roll with it.
I'm going Drake May over Joe Burrow. Drake May has just been too good. That's going to be a shootout there in Buffalo, man, I feel like. And then a Marion Hampton or Brian Thomas. Full PPR, it's Brian Thomas. Half PPR, it's probably Hampton. I'm not giving up on Brian Thomas. All right, a couple more minutes. We got a couple more questions here. Anyone in here that wants to join the community, also help support the show. By the way, here's Helen Hunt. Hello. Check out the there you go. Shout out to the Patreon members. Check out the Patreon. That's a way to get in the Discord, man. This chat, this conversation, this community goes on all night over on Discord. Also, a lot of other perks. You want to play in fantasy leagues with us? We're going to have a bunch of them next year, including one that we're starting up, maybe 2 NFL playoff fantasy leagues. That's going to be coming up after the fantasy season. Also, access to my bets, early bets. We're crushing on prop bets, 71-38 in the year, 4-year track record. You get them as I place them instead of waiting until right before game time when the odds change. So, professionalfanatics.com or link in the description for all of that information. We don't know how Hunt turn into that. Is Ibuka a start with Mike? Yeah, I think Mike Evans only helps Ibuka, man. I'm not worried about Mike Evans coming back. Philly is just they're looking like they did in 2023 when they ended up like limping into the playoffs and getting smoked by the Bucks in the playoffs. That might actually happen again this year with if the seeding could actually hold there. Am I dropping Tootin tonight and trying to pick up Corum? Yeah, drop Tootin for Corum all day long. All right, everybody. Thank you. Tomorrow night, we're going to be having a panic meter segment as well as our typical answering questions. It's going to be Ben Bartelt, the return of Ben Bartelt, and the Chaz. Maybe we'll get a little late night Ray. Ray, get some sleep, eat some food. I know you're fucking hungry. You missed dinner. One last question I'll answer here. Chandler, start JMO or Evans. Mike Evans is 50-50 to play. Even if he plays, it's JMO's a must start, man.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Thank you for all the people that gave me supers and in the Patreon. If you want to join this community, again, link in the description. Professionalfanatics.com is how you get into this community. Support your boys here. And love you guys. Stay positive. Love your life and respect each other. We're out of here. Thank you, Ray. We'll see you soon.